And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Outside Blitz. I am your host, the fabulous one, Scotty Freetown, along with my co-host. Joining me, first of all, to my right, your left, the Cannonball Alex Steele. We are live up here at Traverse City, up here at Steel Twins Gaming Studio. We told you folks we were going live up here at Steel Twins Gaming Studio, and we are here. And also joining me to my left, your right, the ravishing one, Mr. Poop and Rally himself, Mr. Poop and Rally. That's right. Oh, buddy, you got headphones here. Come on now. Yeah, he's a new guy in town, but Mr. Ravishing Ray Collins. Ray, welcome to the show. You've been here before.
Thank you for having me, John.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. This is a banner episode for us. This is the first time we've ever gone live for the NFL draft. First time you have joined us for this type of episode. First time Alex and I have done this episode live. For day one. Super fired up here for people to be joining us live.
Absolutely. I'm excited as well. You guys get to see the live reactions. You guys get to see the pain.
Yes. All the suffering.
Sometimes the pain, the suffering, the elation.
Yeah. Yeah,
you get to see it all.
This is going to be a good draft. We've talked about this draft. We've covered this draft like any other draft. We go through, we check every player, we check all the boxes. We make sure that we know these players top to bottom every round. You know, I do my 3-round mock. I just posted that earlier this week. If you guys get the opportunity, you can check that out on the Outside Blitz page on Facebook. You can check it out, on my personal page. We went through that. We did our 3-round mock draft. Alex, you, me, and Boots. We did that earlier on this week as well. On Tuesday, we went through, did our 3-round mock draft, just burning through that. Alex had a top 10 that was just a run on receivers in the top 10 in that draft. But we've gone through this draft class and we've talked ad nauseum about this draft class. I mean, we always talk about, a lot of times there's draft classes that may not be the sexiest draft classes.
Sure.
We talk about it all the time. We talk about quarterbacks, right? And oh man, this is a big quarterback draft class and everybody gets all excited and all hyped about those draft classes. And I remember there was a draft class, if you recall, it was like Blake Bortles. And we were talking about those draft classes, these big time, these alleged, and I'll say alleged, big time quarterback draft classes, right? Blake Bortles is the one that kind of, I guess, sort of emerged from that draft class, but he kind of didn't. But you hear about these big time draft classes that when it comes to quarterbacks and they don't emerge. And then you hear about these draft classes of these unsexy position, right? These guys that, there's the one big guy that's sitting up top and then the rest of them are, it's the non-sexy stuff, right? It's linebackers and it's, offensive guards and stuff like that. I remember years ago, we were talking about, Eric Fisher and Luke Jokel, 2 offensive tackles being number 1 and 2 in a draft class, it was like, what are we doing? And everybody was just flabbergasted by the fact that Eric Fisher and Luke Jokel were going 1 and 2 as offensive tackles. But look, those have become the sexy positions in the NFL, because this is, after all, a passing league. So now we are in one of those draft classes where it is not considered a sexy draft. It is not considered a situation where we have a sexy draft class. We're looking at linebackers. We're looking at safeties. We're looking at corners. We're looking at guards. I mean, Ione Vega is a lot of people have considered him a top 10 draft pick here out of Penn State. That's a guy that a lot of people have been looking at. Ray, when it comes to these types of draft classes, is this not the situation where when people aren't looking, the moment that you're disregarding it, the stars emerge? I mean, the last time
the diamond shows up for sure.
Yeah.
You start to put this draft class in particular, you start to put it into you kind of put it away a little bit and you hope for the best.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some diamonds in the rough.
Sure. I mean, these are the types of classes where Mahomes starts showing up.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's what happened the last time this type of draft class popped up. Patrick Mahomes emerged, and everybody's like, oh, I forgot about him.
It's when you're least expecting to find it.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah,
you do. So you can't just let this draft be
Yeah, just be nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Alex, you and I have been talking about, for the last several months here. We've been talking about this draft class, and everybody's been kind of ignoring it, blowing it off. Oh, well, it's nothing spectacular. Oh, it's just linebackers and stuff. We went to the combine, and we were out there looking at some of these guys.
Yep.
And what were we saying about some of these guys? Man, these guys are stars.
Yeah.
They were.
For quite a lot of these stars. I mean, for the obvious ones, Bud Clark, Jeremiah Love, but some of the other diamonds in the rough that nobody's really talking about, Jacob Rodriguez, Jennings Dunker, that the entire offensive line class, in our opinion, is probably one of the most stacked classes, one of the stacked positions in this draft class this year.
Deep.
Very deep.
Yeah.
Deep wide receiver class, and we're getting started. I mean, we're watching the TV screen here. We just muted the volume so we don't get copyright struck.
Yeah.
But we will be reacting live on the stream. And if you look above us, we have Pro Football Focus pulled up. We have our quote unquote mock draft simulator, and we will be and you'll be able to follow along with the picks as they happen live on the show.
Right.
So we'll be able to give all of our analysis and all that stuff, and we'll be reacting to what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the consensus number one overall pick is projected to be Fernando Mendoza. We've been expecting that for a while. The Raiders have been doing a lot of work. There has been talk about, and look, I get it. Spy Tech has been talking about, oh yeah, we're teams know where they stand, as far as trading off of that pick, and the Raiders trading off of the pick. And I don't think there is a chance in the world unless, a team is really willing to offer, just the absolute universe.
Completely selling the farm.
Yeah, you got to be willing to sell the farm to move up to number one. We've seen that in the past, and here we are. Roger Goodell right now is on the stage right now. He's got Cam Hayward out there with him. He's got TJ Watt out there with him. They're hyping up the crowd, and they're going to do what they got to do.
Trying to get him to boo the commish.
Yeah, boo the commish, all the mumbo jumbo. But at the end of the day, we know Fernando Mendoza is probably likely going to be the pick. And do I think Fernando Mendoza should be the pick? That's neither here nor there. To me, the Raiders think they got the guy. I don't know that Ty Simpson is the better selection in this situation. I think he fits what Clint Kubiak is going to be doing better than in Vegas. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. But if you're looking at a leader, and you're looking at Fernando Mendoza, Ray, am I missing something there? Is that just what it is?
No, that just kind of is what it is. I think this draft is I think it's pretty clear who's going to go number one. It's just now if there's some type of surprise of who trades up, but I think we can pretty safely say
it's Fernando. Yeah. Mendoza has been, he's been mocked to them for quite some time. That's what it's been. He has been mocked to them, and there's no surprise that he has been mocked to them time over time over time over time. It's just the reality. I think Fernando Mendoza has showed, in my opinion, that he is the consensus number one overall guy. I think he has proven that he deserves it. He won the national championship with Indiana. He went out there and showed the guts. That late quarter run was all you kind of needed to see, right?
Yeah.
That late quarter run in the national championship game, that John Elway style run.
When you really need to pull, need to pull out all the stops, and when you really need to actually show that you've got it.
Yeah, and what's crazy is it's wild that you saw that it's funny you say that. When you really need to pull out all the stops, and when you really need to show that you're the guy, and then the one thing that is not being said about, for example, Carson Beck, who is the opposite quarterback playing in Miami, about when you need to pull out all the stops and get it done, Carson Beck is not that guy.
Right.
And we've been hearing that consistently about Carson Beck, and at the same time, the Steelers are talking about Carson Beck and whatever else, and they're the Steelers are trying to see whether or not Carson Beck is their guy, but a lot of teams have said they're not sold on Carson Beck, and whether or not he's got that it factor, whether or not Carson Beck has that closing ability, right? And Boots even mentioned that on the last show, on Tuesday when we were talking about the mock draft or whatever the case may be. Alex Carson Beck, do you think he gets drafted in the first round by the Steelers? Do you think he falls to the second round? Where do you think Carson Beck ends up in this whole situation?
Well, if I'm a betting man,
Yeah.
I would say that I don't think he goes there. I don't think he goes in the first round.
Yeah.
I think people are just going to be biding their time. And there's old man Terry Bradshaw.
Oh Lord.
Listen, the NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, legend.
Mhm.
Absolutely appropriate. But if we take a look at with our fine friends at Tankathon, Pittsburgh's picking 21.
21. Yep.
So the hometown crowd, unless there's a trade, because let's face it, it's the NFL draft. It's night one. You're gonna see trades.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
There's gonna be something.
Death, taxes, and the Cleveland Browns. But
It's always Cleveland. It's always Cleveland. They always screw up everything.
But when it comes to Carson Beck, I mean, he definitely has the skill set, but I see NFL teams just biding their time and just not twiddling their thumbs, but they're just gonna, here we go. The 2026 NFL draft is officially open, and the Las Vegas Raiders are officially on the clock.
Yeah, the Raiders are on the clock, and if you recall, they did change the draft rules. If you recall, first round, it's 8 minutes per pick, not 10 or 15. It's 8 minutes per pick.
Interesting.
So,
I didn't actually hear that.
Yeah, they did cut the pick time down. So the Raiders, I mean, here they are. I mean, it's
a formality at this point unless they decide to do something ridiculous.
Yep, Mendoza, obviously, he said he was going to be sitting at home. Everybody's applauding right now. So, I mean, I would assume, but I don't.
They could be fielding calls.
Yeah, I mean, they could be. I haven't seen the phone get answered yet, though, and that's kind of what Mendoza was signaling, that he hasn't seen the phone answered, or he hasn't received a phone call yet. He's kind of waiting. But at the end of the day, I think this is Mendoza. I think teams are pretty focused on it being Mendoza.
He's done enough.
Yeah,
he's done enough to most likely Mendoza.
I know how I kind of find it odd that they pulled this graphic up on the screen, and Matt Ryan's the one doing the analysis, and the comp is Matt Ryan.
Yeah. It's interesting. Mendoza, he's a really good player. He's really good against zone coverage. That's the big thing about him. He really throws the ball well, especially he's good at identifying zone and hitting players underneath. He throws with really good touch on the ball. He gets, and you just saw, they showed the graphic, pressure in his face, and he's completing passes. You get him the proper receiver, I mean, he's going to be a stud, and he's going to need receivers.
Sure.
He's going to need an offensive line, and that's one thing that the Raiders, really didn't do Geno Smith any favors last year. They just, we always talk about, you bought the Ferrari, but you didn't put it in the garage.
For sure.
And you see that with teams all the time. They buy these big time, quarterbacks. Oh, I'm going to get this quarterback, but then I'm not going to get an offensive line in front of him.
Yeah. Why would you? We saw what happened with Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. And that's kind of what happens here. A lot of teams do that. And they kind of did a similar thing with Ashton Genty last year. Genty, they went and got him. You bought the Ferrari, but then you didn't put it in the garage. You didn't get him an offensive line in front of him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's a lot of potential out there in Vegas, but we need they need to finish putting it all together.
This play from Penn State right here. We're watching it on the TV. This is just another example of just, Indiana coming in clutch, Fernando Mendoza coming in clutch. When you need it, and it's not cutting time and the game's on the line.
Yeah. That
is another factor that that really draws NFL teams to this kid. It certainly draws us to him.
Yeah, and
football fans.
That catch, if I'm not mistaken, also was by Omar Cooper Jr., if I'm not mistaken, and
which it'll be very interesting to see where he falls in this draft.
Yeah, that's a guy that people need to be watching. That wide receiver out of Indiana. The guy who was it was kind of a wide receiver 1A 1B situation for Indiana out there. Omar Cooper Jr. and old Waffle House there, Elijah Surratt. It's an interesting situation when it comes to where Omar Cooper Jr. is going to end up. He's got a lot of options out there. A lot of people have projected him late round 1. A lot of folks have projected him late, early round 2. I think, he's an early round 1 guy, or late round 1 guy rather. Big body guy, reminds me of AJ Brown in a lot of ways, but
hell of a comp.
Oh yeah, I think he reminds you a lot of AJ Brown. But Fernando Mendoza, you're going to have to get him a receiver at some point in this draft. The good news is It's a deep receiver class. It's a deep offensive line class, especially on the interior. And you did get him, if you recall, in free agency, you did get him Tyler Linderbaum, the former center from the Baltimore Ravens. So you did get him that in free agency. I'm interested in the idea right now that the Vegas Raiders have let this tick down all the way to 3 minutes and 56 seconds right now, though.
Yeah,
because we're sitting here and I'm
on pins and needles.
I'm wondering why the phone call hasn't been made.
Somebody must have dropped their phone.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so.
Like GM's on the toilet and dropped it in the toilet.
I mean, are you fielding calls at this point? Okay, the pick is in. The pick is in.
Oh,
yeah. There's the chime. The pick is in.
That was a really big deal for this podcast.
Yeah.
we needed this.
Doesn't it add a flavor?
It does.
Just a flavor.
It's draft day, guys. Come on now. Yeah, come on now. It's draft day. One thing I wanted to shout out here, because we are on a special day. A couple of places we want to shout out. First of all, I want to shout out to That's a Pizza.
Yes.
By the way, That's a pizza. That pizza is freaking phenomenal. We got 3 extra large pepperoni and bacons up in here, and I got to tell you, I have been mowing pizza since we got here to Steel Twins Gaming Studio, and bro, that stuff has been so good. It has just been phenomenal. And I also
routinely get that's pizza.
Yeah, that's pizza every year.
We routinely get it, and it's always amazing.
Yeah. Every time we come here, it's phenomenal. I love it. We always stop at That's a Pizza. And also I want to give a shout out to this beer that I Alex poured for both of us. We got ourselves a couple of crowlers of it. I stopped off at Salt Springs Brewing out in Saline, Michigan. We want to give them a nice shout out. Cheers.
Cheers
to you, my good sir. The Salt Springs Brewing. I'm drinking their Dortmunder right now.
Very, very nice lager.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice palate cleanser. It's a really good way to get the evening started.
Yeah, this is a nice lager.
Fantastic.
I like that a lot. That's a fantastic beer. But Salt Springs Brewing, they were phenomenal. Okay. When we went out there when I went out there to grab all those crowlers, as Roger Goodell makes his way to the stage, we're going to see what the pick is here.
The moment of truth.
Here it is.
Yeah.
If you don't see what's coming, you've been living under a rock.
Oh, man, boo him. Boo the hell out of him and his horrible. I mean, is that hair real at this point, or
It's very similar every single time.
I don't know. Fernando Mendoza, and you can follow us up top here. As you can see, we're making the picks on the Pro Football Focus app. Fernando Mendoza, no surprise, pick number 1.
Yep.
No surprise here, and that leads us to the New York Jets picking at number 2.
Jets are on the clock.
Yep, Fernando Mendoza goes number 1. In other news, rain is wet.
Right.
I mean,
it's always been a kind of a formality.
Yeah.
But we saw a couple years ago that Carolina, or was it Carolina? Somebody traded their
clean it up, to go and get Bryce Young.
Right, and who had the number 1 pick at the time? Was it the Bears?
Might have been the Bears. Yeah, because they traded out, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did.
And then you had Houston trade up twice. It's crazy. But Fernando goes 1, no surprise. This is expected. And good for the Raiders. They get themselves their star quarterback. They're going to go ahead and build their team around Fernando Mendoza. That's what the right pick was. They've been hyping this young man up. They've been going to the practices. They went and saw him at the Senior Bowl. Not the Senior Bowl, but the pro days. They went and saw him at the national championship game. The ownership was there. I mean, Fernando Mendoza, is he your guy at this stage? If you're the Vegas Raiders,
if you're the Vegas Raiders, he is your guy. He's the one that you take the shot at for sure. He's definitely a QB1.
Yeah,
he's definitely a QB1. We've seen some good stuff from Indiana. So
yeah, absolutely.
At this point, the question is then, are you going to draft an offensive line to protect him?
Yeah,
100%.
Or are you, whether it's draft, free agency, whatever, protect your investment.
Yeah. Off strong. What else will you do?
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is. You have to protect them. And if you don't protect them, it's problematic. It's just one of those things where you set the guy up for failure if you don't.
Yeah,
sure.
For God's sakes, Vegas, just watch the tape on Bryce Young's first year and learn from it.
Yeah, you learn from it. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. I mean, if they do the right thing and just build around him at this stage. And they also have to get him a number one receiver. There is nothing over there as far as receivers go. It was Tyler Lockett last year, which is just painfully bad because Tyler Lockett.
He wasn't terrible. I mean, he was a good wide receiver 3 in Seattle, but he definitely wasn't as, that big of a, he didn't cause as much of a ruckus as we thought he would cause.
I don't know. I wasn't as sold on Lockett. I have questions about old Tyler Lockett. There's a lot of problems. I think Lockett was just terribly inconsistent. And that was the big issue with him. He's always been terribly inconsistent throughout his whole career. It's always been, oh well, I'll put up 150 yards this week, but then the next week I'll put up 20.
Right.
Like that's always been my issue with Tyler Lockett.
Well, I'll tell you what, looks like Aaron Glenn, head coach of the New York Football Jets, is on the phone. The pick is in.
The pick is in.
There you go.
Let's chime it up, baby. Yeah, there it is.
So every time you hear that chime, that means on our TV, the words pick is in.
Yeah, the pick is in for the New York Football Jets. The Jets should go edge rusher here. They have 2 picks in the first round, if you recall. They went out and traded they traded Sauce Gardner away during the trade deadline to the Indianapolis Colts last year. So the Colts don't have a first round pick, if you recall. So they do have number 2 and number 16 at their disposal. So we're going to see what exactly the Jets do here, but
will the Jets be the Jets?
Yeah.
Would we be surprised at all if that happened? I mean, come on.
No, I think David Bailey should be the pick.
He should be the pick.
Yeah, David Bailey or Reuben Bain. I mean, either one of those guys. You have edge rushers at your disposal. I think David Bailey is the best edge rusher out of this draft class. I think he makes the most sense for this group. You traded away Jermaine Johnson so that you could go get Tavondre Sweat, to build the interior of your defensive line, which was smart, good for you, but you need an edge rusher. David Bailey is a brilliant edge rusher. He's the most technically sound of the bunch. I mean, Ray, would you do anything different in this situation? If you were the New York Jets, they have needs at wide receiver, edge, and corner. I mean, anything you would do differently here?
I'm honestly not even sure. I think I would do the same. I think you have a great point there, but there's a few things that the Jets need to do, and this is another one of those situations to where you've got some work to do.
Yeah, you've got it. Well, my big thing is you have a need.
Yeah,
and it's best available at a need that you have. Right, David Bailey makes the most sense. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Reuben Bain, but I think with all the off the field issues, Reuben Bain. But there it is, David Bailey. David Bailey, no surprise for me.
Shock.
This is 2 for 2 for me on my mock draft, by the way, so far. And
this man knows a thing or two.
Well, I do, but let's talk about Arizona now on the clock. The Arizona Cardinals get on the clock here. Interesting thing about the Arizona Cardinals. So I had them taking Arvell Reese at 3, the linebacker out of Ohio State. I like Arvell Reese a lot. I think Arvell Reese is a linebacker with edge rushing potential, right?
Sure.
And that could transform Arizona's defensive situation. Arizona, however, has come out of the woodwork and said that Jeremiah Love is very much in play, the running back from Notre Dame. Here's my problem. I think Arizona's sort of bluffing. I'm not going to lie. I think their running back room kind of stinks, but at the same time, I think they're bluffing. I think that they like Arvell Reese and they're likely going to go after Arvell Reese. I think they really just want to trade back, and they've expressed that desire to trade back, and that they want to just get out of the number 3 pick and wind up with additional draft capital. And I don't think they have any desire to walk away with Jeremiah Love in this situation. I think Arvell Reese is the guy that they want, and I think he fits exactly what they need. They have a need at linebacker. Arvell Reese is that guy, and he's just a really good player. I had him going at 3. I think he fits what they're going to do at 3. I think they're just trying to fool the Tennessee Titans into trading up with them. Is really what I think they're trying to do. I mean, Alex, am I a crazy person for thinking that?
I mean, no, we've there have been crazier theories out there, and you've come up with some whoppers over the years, and it turns out, hey, you were right.
Yeah.
Or there was a modicum of truth. So we've come to learn. I've come to learn over the 5 years that I've been a part of this podcast that you can see things that the average NFL fan can't see, or they don't see. So who knows? Tennessee might bite. They might trade up, but for what reason? Why would they pick swap with the Cardinals when the Cardinals are going to go ahead and get their guy anyway? But maybe they're gonna just. What do they get? What do they get for the number 4 pick?
Well, and this is the interesting thing, but here's the thing that gets me. What does it hurt the Tennessee Titans to stay put? Look at this interesting situation. Both teams have a need at linebacker. The only thing that the Tennessee Titans need more than the Arizona Cardinals is a running back.
Yeah.
So the Arizona Cardinals are kind of holding that running back thing over their head and going, well, I'm going to take Jeremiah Love. I'm going to take Jeremiah Love. And the Tennessee Titans are going, well, you don't actually need Jeremiah Love. So go ahead and waste your pick, and we'll take Arvell Reese right out from under you and tell you, screw you. We'll fill a draft need, and we'll take the best linebacker on the board.
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't hurt the Tennessee Titans realistically, especially with Robert Saleh as their new head coach. Ray, does it hurt the Tennessee Titans to walk away with Robert Saleh as your head coach? Does it actually hurt these guys to take Arvell Reese at linebacker at number 3?
No, not at all. It can do nothing, but you can only gain from that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's not pretend that Robert Saleh is not a great defensive mind.
Elite.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm looking at it going, this for the Titans, that okay, you want to waste your draft pick going ahead and taking a running back that you don't need, Arizona, you just go ahead and do that.
Right.
Well, I'll go ahead and take Arvell Reese. You're not hurting me at all. I'm just going to go ahead and improve my defense and make things better.
Yeah, you're not actually threatening anything.
Yeah.
Well, they seem to be clapping on something.
It seems to be clapping. The time is still ticking, though. I haven't seen anything that says that the pick is in or anything like that. We'll see what they do.
Looks like they got the pick in, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll wait and find out. But that is an interesting pick dais there that they have in Arizona, by the way. It looked like a very cramped room.
Yeah.
By the way.
Good amount of media in there and stuff.
Yeah, that does not look comfortable.
I mean, we look a little bit cramped in this little condo here.
Yeah, but
I feel really comfortable compared to
yeah, I mean that looks cramped and uncomfortable. That just did not look fun.
Yeah,
like I've been in rooms like that. I'm like, but I'll tell you what. I mean, Pittsburgh Nation there looks pretty packed. From what they're showing from the overhead, they look pretty packed for night 1 of the draft.
It kind of reminds me of Detroit from 2 years ago when they packed over 200,000 people on night 1.
Yeah, we were. Well, man, you want to talk about?
Yeah, ass to elbow.
Yeah,
it was packed.
And the pick is in. The pick is in for the Arizona Cardinals. This to me should be Arvell Reese. It should be. What it should be and what it is are going to be two different things, but I think this should be Arvell Reese. If it's Jeremiah Love, I think the Cardinals are going to be doing themselves a disservice by taking Jeremiah Love, as good as Jeremiah Love is, and that's not a knock on Jeremiah Love. I do think he's the best running back in this class. I do think he's a top 5 running back.
Right, but the Cardinals don't really need one. They already have,
James Conner and Trey McBride, and then you went and picked up Tyler Algier from the Falcons in free agency.
Yeah. I actually forgot about that.
And clearly, Tyler Algier has gotten, if not more than, the same amount of workload that he did with Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
So it was a 1A, 1B situation in Atlanta. So you have a starting running back in your back pocket.
Exactly. So do you actually need a starting running back here? Do you need Jeremiah Love? And really what you're paying, I mean, you're paying Algier $6 million a year. You're not really paying him a whole ton of money. I mean, it's not like you're paying him a boatload. I think it's 6. I think they're paying him 6 or 6.5. I mean, it's not like you're paying him a whole, shitload of money here. Sure. Let's be real. So, I mean, to me, this should be Arvell Reese. I think the Cardinals would behoove themselves to select Arvell Reese at this stage of the draft. Goodell at the podium. We'll see what he's got to say here. And with the 3rd overall pick, the Cardinals select Jeremiah Love. Oh, God.
Wow.
Talk about a silly selection.
You want to press the button?
Yeah, I just,
Is
Oh,
it?
hell no.
I think that's so dumb.
Yeah.
That is so dumb.
Like, who are they going to get? Which one of those running backs are going to get rid of?
Yeah.
I was gonna press you, big dummy.
Yeah, I just.
I think that's pretty. Accurate.
I think that's pretty accurate. I don't like that at all.
And watch him become like a top 5 running back in the
He's going to be great. I mean, Jeremiah Love is going to be great.
Yeah.
With Arizona, I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be a bad player.
No, he's not.
I mean, he's going to be a great player in the NFL.
But it doesn't fit with what Arizona.
Did you feel a need? Did you feel a need?
No.
That's the question.
That's
should be
the
asking.
problem. They didn't fill a need.
And especially at pick number 3.
Yeah,
That's the
did
question.
not
Did you feel
a need?
What have we complained about ad nauseum last year during the regular season? Arizona had probably one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Yep.
You know, and Arvell Reese is staring you in the face.
Yep. And then instead they do nothing to help their defense.
Yeah, so make it make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't. And you picked up Walter Nolan. You didn't put anything behind him. Walter Nolan at defensive tackle.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to juke Tennessee?
Yeah.
Tell them, hey, I know you guys wanted Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Too bad. We want him first. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean,
have fun circling drain in the NFC West.
as good as Jeremiah Love's going to be in the NFL,
Which he will be.
And this is not a knock.
I was just about to say again, this is not a knock on Jeremiah Love.
No, he's going to be a great player in this league. He really is. He's going to do great. It's more a knock on Arizona because they just did something that they didn't need to do, and they did something for no reason. There was no reason for this. And number 3, there was no reason. I don't understand the logic other than, okay, we got a flashy player. Okay, cool, you got a flashy player, but okay, did you fix your defense? Did you go and get yourself a good linebacker? Did you go and did you fill a team need? Did you do anything? Did you get yourself an offensive tackle that you desperately needed? Did you get yourself a quarterback that you desperately needed? Did you get yourself an interior defensive lineman that you needed? Did you do anything that you needed? No. You did nothing that you needed. You went out and picked up Jeremiah Love when you have James Conner, you have Trey Benson, and you picked up Tyler Algier, who technically, realistically, is kind of on the same level as Rico Dowdle. He should be a number 1 running back in this league. I just don't understand this pick.
Right.
I just don't. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, are the Cardinals just like playing rebuild for next year? Are they basically positioning themselves for next year?
Maybe.
Yeah, so they get, listen, we know we're going to suck this year. We're not going to make it to the playoffs this year. We're building on a team. We're building on the future. It's like,
yeah.
Well, what have we seen in the NFL over the years? We have seen teams do 1 year turnarounds.
Sure.
The Tennessee Titans went from, pick number 2 in the NFL draft to the AFC South champions in 1 season.
Sure.
They picked CJ Stroud in round number 2, and then they traded. I don't remember who they traded with, but they got the 3rd pick in the draft and got Will Anderson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You got the quarterback of the future and an edge rusher of the future, and they made it to the AFC South title and the NFL playoffs in 1 year. This is possible now.
Sure.
Yep.
What are you guys doing planning, 2-year rebuilds, 3-year rebuilds, 4-year rebuilds, when it's possible to rebuild your team in 1 calendar year?
Yep. Teams should be, that should be what they're doing. And I mean, shit, you saw the Lions do it.
Yep.
You saw the Lions do it. I mean, you saw Detroit do it. They did it. I mean, 6 picks in the top 100 one season, right? Yeah. And you saw what happened. And Tennessee has now got their pick in as Jeremiah Love, starts, signing autographs right off the rip. And like I said, Jeremiah Love is going to be a great player in this league. I'm not, damning Jeremiah Love. I think he's going to be a great player in this league.
I'd like a moment to mention again that I dislike the Tennessee's logo.
I do hate Tennessee's logo. I am not a fan. I think it's too simplistic. I think it's ugly. I think it just doesn't fit what they should be doing with that logo.
Looks very cookie cutter to me.
Oh yeah.
Robert Saleh is basically going, thanks guys. Thanks guys.
I mean,
What's the odds right now that Arvell Reese is coming off the board?
It's
gotta be Arvell Reese. I mean, if you don't take Arvell Reese at this point,
when he fell to you like that,
if it's either Arvell Reese or Ruben Bain, it's got to be one of the two. You need an edge rusher and you need a linebacker. You need both those positions, and I mean, they both fell right in your lap. I mean, it's one of the two.
What about Sonny Styles?
Sonny Styles could be on the board too here, but Arvell Reese, I mean, is the better of the two. I mean, realistically, he's the higher ranked of the two.
Sure.
I think the only reason Ruben Bain wouldn't go in this situation is because the off the field nonsense that got brought up in the last couple of weeks. But realistically, I mean, Arvell Reese should be the guy here. I mean, he transforms your defense. He's a real chess piece. And I keep using that term to describe him, chess piece. He's the kind of guy that you can put at the linebacker position. He has edge rushing potential. He's the kind of guy that you can have him blitz the quarterback. He's a guy, the kind of guy you can have him back up in coverage. I like Arvell Reese a lot. This should be Arvell Reese. This would be silly. But it wouldn't surprise me if they went. Whoa, hello,
whoa,
Carnell Tate. I mean, I knew they needed a receiver, but goodness gracious,
what?
I do not like that pick either. I do not like that pick either. I think that's silly. You want to talk about a silly pick?
That's misprioritizing your picks.
Yeah, I am not sold.
That's two picks that have been misprioritized for sure.
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
Yeah, no, that was a bad pick.
I mean, again, Carnell Tate is going to be a top tier wide receiver in this league.
No. I just, it doesn't fit what I know you need a receiver for Cam Ward. Even the bootleg better has messaged us going, ew. I mean, Boots.
Shout out to Boots.
Boots. I mean, I know you're probably watching live, but he just messaged us going, ew. I do not like Carnell Tate at that position. I don't like him going with the Tennessee Titans. I like Carnell Tate as a receiver. I personally, and I've told you guys this on the show, I've said this on the show that I still don't think Carnell Tate is the best receiver in this draft class. I still believe that it's Mekhi Lemon.
Yep.
I've been very clear about that. I believe that Mekhi Lemon is the number one receiver out of this draft class, but I don't like Carnell Tate here at number 4 going to Tennessee. I'm not a fan. I don't believe in it. I think Tennessee could have probably used a lot of other positions, especially with what Robert Saleh likes. He's a defensive guy. You need linebacker, you need edge, you need interior offensive lineman, which I mean, you could probably get later in this draft class, but edge and linebacker, and you have Arvell Reese sitting on the board and you go with Carnell Tate?
Makes no sense.
Nah, it's senseless. I think that's a senseless draft pick. It's a waste of a pick here. And Carnell Tate's going to get you all kinds of numbers. It's a passing league. That's great, but yuck. Talk about yuck.
Connor Beals is dropping up on Facebook. What's up, Connor?
Yeah, what's up, Connor? Welcome to the show. Man, this is...
What do you think about this Carnell Tate pick? What do you think about the Jeremiah Love pick for Arizona?
Folks, tune in, chime in on this whole thing. I am not a big fan of the Carnell Tate pick here going to the Tennessee Titans. I think that's again, Ray, you put it best. Misprioritizing your pick.
100%. Just misprioritizing your picks. You for sure would have, you potentially, I don't know what their next pick was, but you probably also had another shot at it. It's hard. It's really hard to say.
Check, and Carnell Tate could have dropped.
Yeah,
100%.
And you could have got him then.
Yeah, I mean the New York Giants need a wide receiver, but they need a wide receiver too. But they need linebackers and safeties.
The Jets or the Giants?
I'm sorry, the Giants. The Giants pick at number 5. So, I mean, like, the Giants could have taken him, but, I mean, would they really have taken him when they have such a high priority at linebacker and safety? You got the Browns who have a need at wide receiver, but are they going to really take him when they need an offensive tackle?
Yeah.
I mean, there's questions. Yeah, I get taking your guy, but it's such a deep receiver class. You could have gotten, a wide receiver in the 2nd round or the 3rd round. I projected Carnell Tate going high. I just didn't expect him to go at 4 to the Tennessee Titans. I think this is a bad pick for the Titans. This doesn't make sense to me. Arvell Reese was on the board here. And now here we are, the New York Giants are getting ready to pick. I mean, if this is an Arvell Reese, I'll be surprised. They could go safety here. It wouldn't surprise me if Caleb Downs came off the board.
They could go safety, honestly.
The pick is in.
What they should do is go defense, right? They should go defense. The pick is in for the New York Giants. Thank you, Alex. But yeah, Alex was taking care of that. The pick is in for the New York Giants.
Hey, while we have you on a commercial break here, we want to take a moment and recognize yet another one of our sponsors, the artist formerly known as Big Willie Dubs Gaming.
Big Willie Dubs.
We call him he's known as No Shot by TTV.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No Shot by TTV. Will's awesome at what he does. First person shooters nonstop. He's part of a streaming team.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
These days he's been doing that. So No Shot Bot TTV. Some of his stuff is entertaining. You can find him on Twitch. You can find him on Kick. You can find him on the TikTok.
The TikTok.
My old man moment for the day. You can find him on the TikTok. You can check him out over there and check out some of his stuff. A lot of his stuff on TikTok is very entertaining, but he doesn't just do gaming stuff. Sometimes he jumps on there and we do some more entertaining stuff. You can find him on the on there doing, sometimes he's harassing his wife, threatening to shave off his beard if he gets so many likes.
Sometimes, I wanted it to happen so bad.
No, yeah. Sometimes he's on there eating gross jelly beans. Did you catch the jelly bean stream, Ray?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, we were. It was either you get to spin through and you get to a certain spot, and it's got 2 jelly beans in there, and you got to pick one of the 2 jelly beans to eat. And mine was either one's a juicy pear, which is my favorite, and the other one's a booger. And unfortunately, I got the booger.
Oh,
it was nasty.
Oh.
It was nasty.
Right.
So I mean, you can check out No Shot Bot TTV. I got to join him on that stream. It was a good time. But check him out, No Shot Bot TTV. He's very entertaining. And Alex, you got stuff going on over there at Steel Twins Gaming as well.
Yep, absolutely. You like video games. Do you like theater? The Steel Twins Gaming has
quality voiceovers.
Yes, quality voiceovers. We call our stream voice acting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, every week we take games that have a shit ton of dialogue and we read the voices with the voices that come up in our head for the characters you see on screen. Sometimes we highlight the drama of the situation, and most of the time we're just goofing around to have a good time.
Yeah.
And don't forget the brother channel, Steel Twins Andy. It is there, and you will get your full fix of Nostalgic Mondays, Nintendo Tuesdays, FPS Wednesdays with Borderlands 2. Your boy might make an appearance there too. And Indie Thursdays and Open World Fridays. His streaming schedule is a little bit, dependent on when he gets home from work. And obviously this week, seeing as we're hosting people, and I have stuff going on. I also do community theater, so I'll be participating in a community theater production this weekend. This weekend of all weekends.
Of all weekends. You had to choose draft weekend?
Well, look, that's not my fault.
I blame you. No, I'm blaming you.
Well, I'm going to read.
You should have put your foot down.
Anyway, so we are back live on TV, on the NFL Network or ESPN, whatever network you have chosen to watch.
Yeah,
we're back in Pittsburgh. The pick is in for the New York Football Giants. So, and like you said, this could be an Arvell Reese.
Hang on a minute. We got to trade, fellas. Kansas City has traded up to number 6 with Cleveland.
Boy.
I just wanted to throw that out there. That has just popped up. So I just want to throw that out there. So Kansas City is now going to be picking at 6 after the Giants selection at number 5. So that's just shown up here. The Giants are getting ready to jump up and pick here. Roger Goodell is at the podium. We got a bunch of the goofy Giants fans up there with them, with their giant goofy Giants.
One of them got a chain on.
Yeah, one of them's got the big goofy Giants fan chain around his neck. I mean, it's an experience. No, but
the name, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, they haven't named him yet.
No, they haven't named him yet.
So quick. Okay, here we go. Draft.
And the New York Giants select.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Oh no! You know what?
Come on, Raj.
You know what? I think he's just still hyping up the fans, and one of the fans is probably going to make the pick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. So it's teams for taps. Oh, that's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
That's a good thing. I'm here for it.
Yep, you're right.
Hey, there you go.
I told
Oh,
you.
I'm here for it. That's a good thing.
Probably should have put on closed caption.
Yeah, that would have been a good thing. I'm over here just thinking they're goofy Giants fans. No, it turns out they're actually here for a good cause. Like
It's a wholesome cause.
yeah, it's over here making me look like a douchebag. But they select Arvell Reese. That needed to happen. He was the best player on the board. That was the pick that needed to happen. Way to go, New York Giants, doing the right thing. And yeah, now the Kansas City Chiefs have traded up. I don't know what the actual draft compensation is here. Let me see. Let's go ahead and move this around here. So the hang on one second here. Let me see if
let's just offer the trade on the website here.
it looks like did the Giants move? So Cleveland is now picking at 9. It looks like so they did swap picks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to offer the draft compensation. I'm going to force the trade, just as is, just so we have this situated, because the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I don't know what the compensation is.
Right.
Let's just go ahead and
Just go ahead.
So check what the compensation is, because if they traded down and took the Chiefs late first rounder, then I want to make sure that I include that in there.
Yeah, Scores feed. Okay, NFL draft category. I'm on the sleeper app. Maybe they'll be able to tell us, or maybe we could just go on to Google here and then do some research.
Oh, there it is. ESPN. Let's see.
Let's see what the trade compensation is here for this pick swap.
Twitter might have the Twitter X might have the step. So let's see.
It had said it.
Draft interview. George Pickens is signing his franchise tag.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So, okay. Let's see. Yeah. Twitter X is probably going to be the best.
Yeah, normally they're pretty good about it. I'm surprised that the Chiefs haven't jumped up here as the number one news story here. I mean, they were talking about trading up, so I'm not really exactly surprised that they traded up, but I'm surprised that the trade compensation hasn't arrived yet. All I'm seeing is stupid stuff from Thor Nystrom. They got it for $974 and $148.
Once again, though, what have we said ad nauseum? It's always the Cleveland Browns.
Always Cleveland. Always Cleveland.
It's always the Cleveland Browns.
The Chiefs give up $974 and $148 for number 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, they got their pick of the litter.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yep, there you go. There
it is. The Kansas City Chiefs are now picking at number 6. Let's see what they get out of the situation. Right now, they are picking at number 6 here. They do need corners. They basically lost all their corners, right? They traded away Trent McDuffie to the Rams, and then their other corner went to free agency and got picked up by the Rams. So they lost both their corners to the Rams. So the good news for them is they went up and they got a first-round draft pick from the Rams for Trent McDuffie. So they have a late first-round selection. Ray, if you are the Kansas City Chiefs, are you taking a corner here? Are you taking an edge rusher here? Are you taking a receiver here? What are you doing if you're the Kansas City Chiefs? Are you taking an offensive tackle? You lost Jawan Taylor. What are you doing if you're the Kansas City Chiefs at number 6 now? I mean, what is your plan?
There's our comp.
Yep, and there's
I'm probably taking a corner. I'm probably going to take a corner. You've lost both of your best corners. I feel like this is, especially at 6, you absolutely need to.
I'll tell you what.
You can't risk it.
Now, if you recall, I think Mansour Delane would be the best possible selection. We did our mock draft, Alex. Mansour Delane was the guy I put with the Kansas City Chiefs at number 9. Now they're sitting at number 6. I think Mansour Delane would be a great selection here. He's the best man coverage corner in this entire draft.
But why trade up to get him?
I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense if you're thinking about the fact. Well, I mean, let's see.
Well, you have a lot of uncertainty. Plus, you have a lot of draft capital to play around with.
Yeah, I mean, there are teams that do need corners. Washington needs a corner.
Yeah.
New Orleans needs a corner. So I mean, like there are questions. Who needs the corner? But trade up to go and get a corner. It makes a lot of sense. If Mansour Delane goes here, it wouldn't surprise me.
Sure.
That would make a lot of sense. So let's see what we get here from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mansour Delane.
Yep, there it is.
Mansour Delane.
I'm pretty good at lip reading.
So Mansour Delane, that's the right pick, right? You need a corner number one. This wouldn't surprise me. We did our mock with the Chiefs sitting at 9. I had them take Mansour Delane. This time they just come up and go get him.
Yeah.
We have to say this one more time. It's always the Cleveland Browns.
Always. And what were they saying? They wanted to maximize the pick, right? I mean, that's what it's
maximize their
maximize the asset is what they were saying.
Maximize the asset.
Yeah.
Well, it would be very interested to see what they do.
Yeah, well, I mean, they maximized it. You got 3 draft picks out of it.
Absolutely.
Yes, you did.
And
Sure.
Maui Go is probably still there. And as an offensive tackle, which, I mean, he's perfectly in play here. Spencer Fano still in play here. Monroe Freeling still in play here. Kenyon Sadiq still in play. Plenty of opportunity.
Sure.
Plenty of opportunity for the Cleveland Browns. He
is a hyped up young man.
Yeah.
I personally, as an old man, I'm not a fan of him with the tilted hat.
But I love that suit. That
suit, that's some good drip right there.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a nice color on him.
Yeah.
He's got some good drip.
I've seen some crazy suits, and this one's actually nice.
The pink suit, that's pretty styling. Pretty styling. It's not too Dumb and Dumber, but it's like a slick pink suit. It's
I don't think I've seen.
It's salmon.
Classic.
Actually, I'll have to see it again, but I don't think I've seen like a pink suit along with the pink dress shirt under.
No.
I think that's what it is.
And the man pulls it off.
Yeah, absolutely pulling it off.
Ray, the resident fashion expert.
I'll see it one more time, and I might have an interesting fact.
He's the man that's been wearing flannel like it's going out of style lately.
Well, it's comfortable.
Yeah, let's go.
Bills flannel, no less.
Yes.
I told the resident Bills fan. Look at that. Good for you.
Keep calm and go Bills.
Yeah, that's
believe.
And the Bill leaves. Look at that. Unreal.
One of these days, the Buffalo Bills will get back to the Super Bowl. But God damn it, it's not all on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have another shirt with me that says we almost always almost win.
Yes.
Okay. So now I can actually confirm this. So that color right there, that's actually mauve, and that is the color of my tie for the wedding.
Mauve.
Yeah, I had to take a look at it.
Is that the actual name? Mauve.
M-A-U-V-E.
M-A-U-V-E.
I'd look at
my beautiful fiance picked out the color for me.
Good Lord. Oh, good Lord. I've got a mauve ring, I think, right now, actually, on my mauve.
Yeah.
These what is it, silicone rings. So, but Mansour Delane go out of LSU, going to the Chiefs, I think he makes a lot of sense to these guys.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is exactly what they need. Corner number one makes a lot of sense.
And what have we said about Kansas City all the time? By the way, Washington's pick is in.
Oh, there it is. Go ahead, Alex, hit it. Oh, it froze on you. There we go.
I didn't get the panache on it.
I will say one last thing about the Chiefs pick is the Chiefs usually do things with purpose.
Yes.
So they usually do a pretty good job of doing things with purpose. So
yeah.
I didn't think they were going to fumble it that bad.
It's interesting that Sonny Styles is still on the board right now. But we actually had Sonny Styles slide in our draft, if you recall. We had him slide all the way to the teens, if you recall.
Which is kind of surprising, but at the time, there's just so much going on. Oh shoot, it's the bus.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude. I love Jerome Bettis. I love it.
Jerome Bettis out there. Goodness gracious. And Lynn Swan is out there. Oh man.
A Pittsburgh Steelers legend picking, helping with the Washington Commanders pick. That makes me kind of scratch my head.
I just think they wanted some gold jackets out there.
Probably.
But
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Walter Payton Man of the Award presented by Nationwide is awarded to one player each year and celebrates their profound impact on and off the field, joined on stage by former winner Lynn Swan and Jerome Bettis. So that's why they're both out there.
Couple of legends.
Yeah, legendary players. And the league is welcoming its newest member to the prestigious club 2 months ago, Super Bowl champion and 6-time All-Pro Bobby Wagner, which we love Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner, a tremendous player. So he gets the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. That's cool. So let's see if Sonny Styles winds up going to the Commanders.
I kind of had to rib Boots a little bit. I said, Styles here has to be. Which one, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. In fact, Sonny Styles, it's about time. It makes sense. I mean, you lost Bobby Wagner. I think that kind of confirms Bobby Wagner is not going back to the Washington Commanders. I think that kind of solidifies that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bobby Wagner, he was a free agent. They sent him out the door and they said, we're good, Bobby. We're going to, I mean, Bobby Wagner, to his credit, I mean, he led the league in tackles last year, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he had like a boatload of tackles. Now here we are. Bobby Wagner is a free agent. Nobody knows where he's going to sign. If he's going to sign back again, he's 38 years old, 37 years old, something like that. Here we are. You know, you go and get Sonny Styles, you get your linebacker of the future. This makes absolute sense. He's going to fill out the middle of the field.
I love the lapel on the side of his jacket.
Yeah.
It's classy.
Yep. Do you think Sonny Styles racks up the tackles, Ray, like the old man did, or do you think he's just going to?
He has the potential. We've seen a lot of good stuff. We've seen a lot of good movement for him. He's got some big shoes to fill, but yeah, I mean, we've seen some good stuff from him.
Absolutely. You know, I really think that we saw him at the NFL Combine.
Yeah,
you know, his athleticism's off the charts. Him and his brother.
Oh yeah.
So obviously Sonny was the more talented. Okay, saying Sonny Styles was the more talented of the two brothers is kind of like saying peanut butter is slightly better than jelly.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm looking forward to see what the Commanders do with him.
Well, now I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that lapel's sick.
Yeah, it's sharp, right? It's sharp. It's sharp.
Yeah, it is. At this stage of the game, though, it's like, they already have Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
They already have scary Terry McLaurin. Who knows what the situation at running back is going to be like. Brian Robinson Jr., he popped off. He's skipped town.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Krosky wasn't it last year.
Nope.
But
they're going to have to, address the running back position a little more. I think they're going to have to address the wide receiver position. They're going to have to address some of the different positions that they have, but I think filling the role of Bobby Wagner here was imperative. They get a guy in the middle of the field, and that's kind of, a lot of people weren't thinking about the fact that Bobby Wagner hasn't signed his free agent deal. He hasn't, re-signed with the team. And nobody has been considering that. So Sonny Styles being with this team makes a lot of sense. This is a guy that you're going to have to get out there and be your starting interior linebacker. It makes a lot of sense. And here we are, good for Sonny Styles. He makes himself a starting off interior linebacker. Good for him. So there we go. The Washington Commanders, they get their guy. The Saints are on the clock. And they have some needs of their own. They do need a wide receiver too. I don't think that's the highest priority on their list of team needs. I think they need a defensive lineman. I think they need a linebacker. I think there's other needs that the Saints need. I think we're talking defensive lineman. I think we're talking linebacker for either one of them. Hey. Listen, let's go ahead and talk about what do the New Orleans Saints need at this point in time. I'm
reading the screen capture here, and apparently the Saints pick has been in for about 7 minutes, and the Browns are actually on the clock.
Oh, so the Saints.
So the Saints pick is in.
We'll say the Saints pick is in just so we get that out of the way. I mean, they've had Washington's pick up on the screen for a hot minute. But we are at New Orleans. Their pick is in now. Just looking at it, I mean, Caden McDonald is the top interior defensive lineman on the board right now, defensive tackle. They do need a linebacker. I mean, at this stage, you can go a linebacker at this point. CJ Allen is technically the highest linebacker on the board. Jacob Rodriguez would be underneath him. So do you reach? Do you take an edge rusher? Do you go after a wide receiver at that point? And then Mekhi Lemon sitting there as a wide receiver. You do need a wide receiver to complement Chris Olave. Could you really go with that 1-2 punch? Chris Olave, Mekhi Lemon getting thrown to by Tyler Shuck, who really surprised all of us last year.
Yeah.
He absolutely did. And I'll tell you what, we didn't think he was going to be that good. We laughed. We sat here and laughed that the Saints passed up on Shadur Sanders and went with Tyler Shuck.
And we called him Tyler Yuck.
We did.
We said things were getting yucky down there in New Orleans, right?
And they're still going to get yucky down there because that's one of Scott's favorites.
But I mean, I say things are getting yucky now in a really good way. Now it's like, they got awfully yucky down there in New Orleans because they were getting yucky as in they were kicking everybody's ass down there in New Orleans. I mean, that's how things got yucky, but at the end of the day, here we are. I mean, Tyler Shuck throwing to Chris Olave, a combination of Chris Olave and Mekhi Lemon, that could be lethal down there in New Orleans, especially with how well Tyler Shuck played in the back half, particularly in the back half of last year. I mean, Ray, I mean, if you're Tyler Shuck, how happy are you if Mekhi Lemon gets drafted right here?
I'm very happy, but also, then you can get a little nervous because now the spotlight gets turned back on to you. Now you've got to perform. I've got to be able to get it to these guys.
Yeah, you got to be able to turn it on. And I'm over here like, hey, give me Mekhi Lemon. If I'm Tyler Shuck, give me Mekhi Lemon all day.
Absolutely.
And really for the Saints, if I'm the Saints right now, and I'm looking at the current situation, look, the defensive lineman out there, I like Cade McDonald. Didn't have himself a really great combine, but Cade McDonald is considered the best defensive lineman on the board right now. But if I'm the New Orleans Saints, am I really going to reach at pick number 8 for a defensive lineman that's, listed or projected to go within the 20s or the early second round? Probably not, And then you look at the linebacker situation. Am I going to go with a linebacker that's projected to go, 19 or lower? Probably not. So Mekhi Lemon, even though he's ranked at 15th, which is just flabbergasting to me, and maybe that's just me being a USC Trojans homer at this point,
sure,
right? But Mekhi Lemon was the Biletnikoff winner. He was the best receiver in all of college football last year.
Okay.
Why would I not take the guy that was the best receiver in all of college football last year? To me, it just makes the most sense.
Right.
Let me go and take the guy that was the best receiver in college football. I would take Mekhi Lemon in a heartbeat right here if I was the New Orleans Saints.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, if the only other option, and call me crazy, would be possibly maybe a running back. And am I going to reach on Jadarian Price? No, I'm not going to reach on Jadarian Price, not at this stage. So, take the receiver and move forward. I mean, and there's a couple of things that they could, go after. They could go after possibly safety here. Caleb Downs on the board, right? I mean, you could go after Caleb Downs. I could see that being a thing. They could go for an edge rusher. Obviously, Cam Jordan went out the door in free agency. That's another possibility. Ruben Bain still on the board. I could see Ruben Bain being a thing. Sure. But are you really going to go? I mean, it becomes a best available or fill a team need.
Sure.
So what are you going to do?
So 8 through 15-ish. Yeah, you're in that middle ground.
Yeah.
Where you're not sure if you're reaching or
sometimes it's like, hey, this is a great pick.
Yeah.
Sometimes a guy slides out of the top 10 that has no business sliding out of the top 10.
Absolutely.
Ruben Bain right now, I'm flabbergasted that he's sitting around at 8, but I also had him slide, if you recall.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also had him slide. Alex, I appreciate you looking like a professional today.
Listen, it's NFL draft night. It's Michael Strahan Sport Coat.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Night 1 of the draft. It's one of the most it's one of the most important nights of the year.
It's very Mel Kiper.
Absolutely.
It's very Mel Kiper. I appreciate it. I do.
Either it's Mel Kiper or it's Ty Schmidt cosplaying.
Oh, I appreciate that. And Jordan Tyson off the board, the receiver. So they do go receiver, but I'm surprised it's Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. He's a big-bodied guy. A lot of teams have really hyped up Jordan Tyson. They projected him above Mekhi Lemon. He's a big-bodied guy, so I kind of understand it to an extent. I get it, but I don't. I think Mekhi Lemon's the better of the two. Alex.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of a swing and a miss. If nothing else, it's a foul tip.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay. I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm not mad at all.
You needed a receiver. You need a wide receiver too, right? You had Rashid Shaheed go out the door.
Yep.
and he went out and headed to Seattle this year, right, at the trade deadline.
And Chris Olave is still your wide receiver 1 out there.
Bingo. He had himself, I think he was wide receiver 6 last year, right? I mean, he had 1,163 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Wide receiver 6 in the entire league.
Yeah, I mean, he was a stud last year. We were looking at, Ray and I were sitting here before we got here. We were looking at the numbers: 1,163 yards, 9 touchdowns. I mean, that's big time numbers.
That's huge.
Okay. So Jordan Tyson being a wide receiver 2 to him, and Jordan Tyson has proven time and time again that he can be a wide receiver 1, and I think this is like, hey, good fit. I think they got their guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do I think Mekhi Lemon is better? I do think Mekhi Lemon is better. But hey, you at least got a wide receiver 2. I don't think is he the best guy for the situation? Yeah. But he still gets the job done.
Sure.
I really hate to ask this question live, but does anybody have a lightning cord? I am on fumes here on myself.
This guy is unbelievable. You guys hold up the show. I will go ahead and get you a lightning cord. You sit right there and I will take good care of you. You give me one moment here. You just hang on.
Good guy, Scott, over here.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. It's a pleasure to host the fabulous one here at the Steel Twins Gaming Studio. As a budding analyst myself, and or a huge football fan, I gotta have, not only am I in charge of keeping the stream rolling and making sure that the bots are knocked out of the way, I also want to make sure, how many viewers we have. We have 23 viewers on our stream today across all 5 of our platforms.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I would be remiss. I'm going to take my shot right now. Yeah, we'd be remiss if I did not say we were on #JoelieWatch. So if you've been following our podcast for any length of time since the NFL Combine, one of the players that we've really latched onto, as a player and as a human being, and especially his family, Justin Joly, tight end out of the North Carolina State. We are eagerly watching to see where he falls in the NFL draft. Realistically, Ray,
shout out to Justin Joly.
Yes,
from what I saw from his combine, it was very, very good, very solid,
dude.
Solid.
You want to talk about a player who knows what it's like to get out there. He put on a very, very impressive combine. We're on Jolie Watch.
Yeah. Jolie Watch, great hands, great vision, great ball tracking skills. Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about a tight end, a pass catching tight end. That is the real deal. I mean, red zone threat, catches the ball in the back, and Boots even was like, man, I didn't watch Justin Joly until you guys said something. And then he really took a look at him and said, this guy is for real. Yeah. He gives straight up Tony Gonzalez vibes when he's out there, which I think is high praise when we're talking about tight ends. I just think it's crazy. And the pick is in for the Cleveland Browns, by the way. So I'll go ahead and hit the chime there. But, I think it's crazy that the teams have sort of just been, undercutting a little bit Justin Joly. I think he's one of the best tight ends in the draft class, and people just need to be paying attention more to this young man because he's special. And we're gonna be having a different conversation as long as a team grabs him and uses him right in this draft, coming out of this draft class. As long as they utilize him correctly, he's gonna. Team and scheme.
We'll be talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about him as like a Travis Kelce type, and he's special. So
and also his family. We met his family at the combine. Rob Joly,
such a great man.
Yep.
Great man, great guy.
Yep, he's just absolutely fun to talk to, and he was kind enough to share his contact information with me. But we've been in contact with him. Just he's been sending us updates and tidbits, whether he's going to the Dolphins or going to the Bucks or going to the Chiefs or the Broncos. The Kansas City Chiefs would be a fantastic landing spot for
absolutely. And the Browns, by the way, on the clock. Spencer Fano Spencer Fano.
Hey.
A little bit of a surprise there. Fano is interesting.
Okay, is this the first time of the night where you're actually going to say reach?
No, I'm not going to say reach. I'm not going to say reach yet. I think that's a great pick for the Cleveland Browns. And here's why. Offensive tackle, they go after a need. But here's the interesting thing about Spencer Fano. He is such a physical monster. If you want big, nasty, mean guy on the offensive line, I mean, that's exactly what you can just specify him as.
Yeah.
Big, nasty, mean guy. That's what he is. You put him on the line and you just say, make sure this guy doesn't move. He's like a bouncer at the club, right?
Sure.
You can plug him in anywhere. You can plug him in at guard. You can plug him in at tackle. You can plug him in. I mean, hell, they had him taking snaps at the combine at center. I mean, he's straight up offensive lineman, bouncer at the club. You are not moving me off this fucking line, period. And end of story.
Right.
I am not going anywhere. And that's why I like Spencer Fano. I had him going to the Pittsburgh Steelers later in this first round.
Okay.
Because that's what they need. They need a guy that can play offensive tackle, offensive guard. He's just offensive lineman. That is his designation. They have him as an offensive tackle out of Utah. Well, guess what? I mean, the Cleveland Browns went and got their guy. Big, nasty, mean body mover.
We've got our Giants picking.
Yep. Giants have their pick is in. I'll go ahead and hit the chime there. So the Giants are getting ready to pick at pick number 10. They got this pick for trading away old sexy Dexter Lawrence to the Cincinnati Bengals. So the Giants' second selection is in. Obviously, it took Arvell Reese at 5, and they take the offensive tackle Francis Mauigoa to go ahead out of Miami to go ahead and protect Jackson Dart. And again, Reuben Bain still is on the board.
That is insane.
It's wild. But, for all this is... If you look at the last teams that have picked, and let's take a look here, the teams that have picked, you had Mansour Delane go off the board. The Chiefs had their biggest need was a DB, right? So, I mean, it kind of made sense. You had Sonny Styles go off the board. You needed a linebacker when it came to Washington. You had Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver, go to New Orleans. You had Spencer Fano, and now you got Mauigoa. So, I mean, the teams that have selected recently didn't need an edge rusher, so I can't sit here and hoot and holler about team need when these teams have actually gone after team need in the last 4 picks.
Sure.
But Mauigoa going off the board, you're protecting Jackson Dart, makes a lot of sense. Mauigoa is the best offensive tackle out of this draft class, the best consensus one anyway. This makes a ton of sense. And here we are, the Miami Dolphins on the clock for the first time in this draft. They have a ton of draft picks in the first 3 rounds. Within the top 100, I think we're talking, it's like 8 or 9 draft picks. And it's a lot.
Yeah, they have 4 picks in the 3rd round alone.
Yeah, and then they have 2 in the first round. So, I mean, you're talking, you got a pick here, and then you've got a pick later on. And I think it's pick 30. Because you traded away.
Look at this jacket.
Oh yeah, that is a big boy with a. He had these big island boys. That's what we
love that.
The big island boys. They love to throw people around. They love to move people. That's what they do. And Francis Mauigoa is no different.
Moving people against their will.
Exactly. Yeah. It is. I will move you. Whether you like it or not. And that's what he's going to do. He is going to impose his will on that offensive line. He is a big, nasty people mover. And you can see it. At Miami, he did it all year long. He's a good pass defender, or a good pass blocker. He's a good run defender. I mean, this guy is great. I like Francis Mauigoa. I think he's an excellent offensive tackle. He's just going to be just phenomenal. He's exactly what you want for the New York Giants. They're going to need to address the defense a little more. They got Arvell Reese, which is nice. It's a nice little chess piece on the defensive side of the ball, but they're going to need to address the defense a little bit more. But this is the kind of guy that a guy like John Harbaugh really likes, as far as running the football on the outside. And you've got Cam Scatterbo out there who's going to need that blocking. I'm surprised they didn't go a little more interior, but hey, you get your big offensive tackle. That's kind of smart, right?
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yep. I mean, you need help on the offensive line. You know, you need to be able to protect Jackson Dart against the pass rush.
Yep.
You know, and you need to open lanes for Cam Scatterbo, like I've said before. You know, the guy's a wrecking ball. Give him the opportunity to swing.
I like this a lot. Francis Maui big man, big style, big sunglasses, by the way.
Yeah.
He's styling, baby.
You know what kind of reminds me of you? It kind of reminds me of Rakishi.
Yeah, a little bit. He's got some size to him. It's a scary man. Whoa, we got a trade. We got a trade here. The Cowboys. We got 2 5th-round picks going from Miami, and they go to 12. So
no, Miami gets,
and they only slide back 1.
Yeah, they only slide back 1 pick. Oh boy. So they move back with the Cowboys here, and 2 5ths. Man,
That's an interesting one. Wow, I don't know what Dallas could.
So Dallas gave him 2 5th-rounders, huh?
Yeah, and they only slid back 1.
Only slid back 1 pick.
Oh,
That's interesting.
that is interesting.
I mean,
I need to see what this looks like. Dallas's pick is in. As well.
okay, and Dallas's pick is in.
just go click. Yep.
It's a crazy situation here, but the Dallas Cowboys are now picking at 11.
Now,
The
my
Dolphins are
question for
picking at
you,
12.
with this kind of urgency, them only moving them.
This has got to be Reuben Bain.
That's what I was going to say. Who is this going to be?
Look, I had the Dallas Cowboys taking Reuben Bain at 12 when I did the mock draft. When we did our mock draft, when I put my mock draft up, if you recall, I had Reuben Bain going to the Dallas Cowboys. They were the absolute worst when it came to the pass rush. They were the absolute worst team in football when it came to pass rush hitting home, when it came to passing defense. They were atrocious at every single level when it came to pass defense.
Sure.
And now you have a situation where you have Reuben Bain, the 5th ranked player in the entire draft, sitting on the board, and you've got him sitting there in your lap, and you're picking at now number 11, edge rusher, fits your needs.
So I have a follow-up question for you. So with that being said, they've moved up 1 spot in the draft.
And you're picking at 20.
And you're picking at 20. Do you think it was worth moving up 1 spot? It was the next best worth them trading 2 picks away, 2 additional picks away?
I don't. I think it's silly, but
well, Miami's going to have their pick of the litter. No pun intended.
Yeah. Miami. I mean,
they need them.
They could use Reuben Bain. I think Miami played a little, a slide there. I think they probably said, hey, we're going to go ahead.
We're definitely going to go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to take Reuben Bain if you don't trade up with us. You know, Miami wants all the draft picks they can get at this point. You're right. They're trying to get away with whatever they can.
Right, because I mean they're down all the way to the stud.
Yeah. I mean they have really sold the farm. You know, when you see the word rebuild, you see Miami Dolphins right next to it at this stage. It's ugly. But man, oh man, if it was me right now, if I was the Dallas Cowboys, I'd say I'd go take him. You want him that bad, you take him. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not sold on Akeem Mesidor, but if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, okay, if you go ahead and take him, fine. I'll go into the draft and I'll take Jermod McCoy.
Sure. I'll
take Jermod McCoy. That's no problem. I'll take Avion Farrell. No problem. And then I'll go and I'll take an edge rusher. You want to go ahead and take Arvell Reese, or that's fine, or Reuben Bain rather. That's fine. I'll go later in the draft and I'll go ahead and take Keldrick Falk at 20. Yeah. When he's projected 22. That's no big deal because Keldrick Falk is going to be a great player in this league and he's going to fix your pass rush. I mean, there's really some great opportunity here for the Dallas Cowboys. They move up, you get Reuben Bain. I think he screams Cowboy.
Sure.
I really do. I mean, they trade up. I had projected him, Reuben Bain to go to the Cowboys anyway, so I think he's a perfect fit for them. If you want a guy who screams Dallas Cowboy, it's Reuben Bain.
Sure.
He screams Dallas Cowboy. And I don't think Jerry Jones has a problem with.
So apparently,
and the pick is in, by the way.
The Dolphins pick is in.
Well, the Cowboys pick is in right now.
That's true.
And so, I mean,
okay.
Yeah, not the Dolphins pick yet. The Cowboys pick is in.
I mean, I saw the crawl on the screen there, captioning, so we'll find out.
Okay. Can we say it now?
Whoa.
Is it
I like Caleb Downs, but what are we doing? What are we doing?
Again, based off of moving up one and giving away two other picks, was it worth it?
What are you doing?
Hit the Price is Right horn.
I just, yeah, that's it. I don't buy this.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And Boots says it's a great pick, but Ruben Bain's on the board.
You gave up 2 picks for something you most likely could have got the next pick.
Yeah,
You most likely could have got that.
I don't get it. I don't get this. To me, Ruben Bain was on the board.
Yeah,
he was right there.
I don't care about all the off the field stuff if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. Ruben Bain was on the board.
Right. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have taken problem children before.
You needed an edge rusher. You gave away your best edge rusher. You gave away Micah Parsons
and slid all the way to the bottom of the barrel as far as went.
And now you have the number 5 prospect in the entire draft sitting there and in your lap. You trade up and you take Caleb Downs, which I don't have a problem with Caleb Downs. I think he's a very good safety. I think he's easily the best safety in this draft class.
100%. Another one of those situations where no, the player is not. It's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination.
Caleb Downs a great player, and is he a team need for the Cowboys? Sure, they need DBs. Yeah, it's not that they don't need DBs.
But this is just another situation of not maximizing picks.
But is he best available? Maximize the pick. Get value. If Ruben Bain is there and you need a pass rusher and you were dead last in the league at that situation, you take Ruben Bain.
Pass rusher.
I don't get this. I don't get this.
And everybody out there that might be listening to us and have a different opinion. I mean, sure. I mean, sometimes the situation's like vanilla versus chocolate, but right here, I mean, this is like, red velvet and tapioca pudding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, yes, both are delicious, but I want the red velvet cake. I want Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
Because first of all, he's the number 5 prospect in the league.
Yeah.
He's the number 5 prospect in the draft. You need an edge rusher. DeMarcus Lawrence, does DeMarcus Lawrence still play for Dallas?
No.
So you don't have
you don't have a bad. You have Ezeraku over there. Who I like Ezeraku, but he hasn't been that great either.
Right, and as we mentioned, Micah Parsons got bounced to the Packers.
Yeah,
traded the Packers. So I'm like, you need an edge rusher. Are you really going to depend on your next pick? Are you serious? Are you?
I mean, unless it's Keldrick Falk, which there is an opportunity for Keldrick Falk to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keldrick Falk, I mean, it could be a likely selection, but if okay, now let's say from a hypothetical standpoint, Ruben Bain, for whatever reason, falls to 20 and the Cowboys get him at 20, they'll look like
they will look like chess players, like
geniuses, right? I mean, that is a real possibility here.
I mean, we saw Shadur Sanders fall from the first round to the 4th round.
Yeah.
And the Browns miraculously picked him up.
Yeah.
We were flabbergasted when that happened last year.
Yeah.
So, weirder things have happened in the league.
I'm flabbergasted by this move. Ruben Bain was right there. I don't understand it.
I'll tell you what, and Miami's pick is in fact in. It's been in for quite some time.
Yeah, Miami's pick is in. We'll hit the chime here.
Yeah, I mean, sound off in the chat.
Yeah, sound off in the chat. Say hi. I'm going to take a picture with Alex here. It is the live stream here for the draft.
The live reaction show to the NFL draft. Yeah. So you know what? That does look like his real hair, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if it was a toupee.
I wouldn't surprise me if it was a rug. I think it's a rug.
But if it's a rug, what kind of pelt is it?
Yeah, that's the question of the day.
Beaver pelt or
Caden Proctor. I mean, wow. It looks like the Lions' hopes of getting that offensive tackle, Alex, just went up in flames. Caden Proctor. I mean, there are other offensive tackles on the board here. I mean, you're going to get plenty of opportunity. I mean, Monroe Freeling's on the board.
In there. Yeah, you're right. Monroe Freeling was right there on the board.
Yeah, but I'm just, you got Blake Miller on the board. I mean, there are opportunities for the Lions, but it's drying up. The market is drying up a little bit now.
Yeah.
At the offensive tackle position. Is Monroe Freeling going to fall to him? I mean, the Rams do need an offensive tackle. They do need a receiver. I think this next pick is either going to be it's the Rams on the board right now at 13. I think we're going to see an offensive tackle, or we're going to see a wide receiver come off the board. This one's going to be interesting. But Miami gets an offensive tackle. They go out and protect their.
As a Lions fan, I really can't even blame Brad for this.
Yeah, no, this
is strictly Miami.
But this is smart by Miami.
Yeah,
this is smart. I mean, you go out and get an offensive tackle that you needed to protect your investment, right? I mean,
and that's just it. Miami needs everything.
They
need everything and the kitchen sink. It's nothing but studs down there. And we're not talking about horses that you put out to stud. I'm talking about the wood boards that you use to put drywall on. That's the stud kind of studs. It's old Mother Hubbard, nothing
in the cupboard. Dude. That's the old term we used to see. Old Mother Hubbard with nothing in the cupboard. We talk about that all the time. This is another situation. Caden Proctor.
This is a great pick by Miami.
Smart move. Big boy. He's big.
Oh, he's
6'7".
I'm looking at him on the screen right now. I mean, he's gigantic.
Yeah, you're talking 6'7", 300 plus pounds. I mean, this is a big guy. He started, 39 games in his career, all at left tackle.
Pick is in for the Rams.
The pick is in for the Rams here. Next 4 picks are for the Rams, Ravens, Bucks, and I think it was Jets, it said, but the Rams are coming up with their pick as we're at a commercial break. But Caden Proctor, I think, is a smart move by Miami.
Yep.
Right? I think they did the right thing. They got Malik Willis some protection over there. Miami's in an interesting little rebuild type of situation, but they did kind of what teams do. They collected a boatload of draft picks, and they're like, I'm just going to rebuild my team. I'm going to rebuild my squad. That's our plan. We're going to rebuild everything. And that's what they've done. They're on their way to rebuilding what they had before.
But do you think they get a quarterback due to the fact that Malik Willis is their starting quarterback?
Yeah, you and I are on the same wavelength where we're both not sold on Malik Willis, right? I mean,
I think I like Malik Willis.
I
don't think he's bad,
but I don't think he's like Boots thinks, where he's just the second coming of Mike Vick or something. Boots thinks he's just incredible. I don't buy him like that.
Boots, if you want to defend yourself on draft night, come on up to Travis.
Boots thinks Malik Willis is Dan Marino. I think Malik Willis, is just kind of meh, and I think he's been oversold. But to me, I understand that you've picked the guy up. You've slated him as your QB1. You want to protect your QB1. You went out and got an offensive tackle to protect your QB1. I mean, and you got the biggest offensive tackle in this draft. I mean, I believe he is. I mean, we're talking 6'7", 300 plus. I mean, he's a big guy. He's going to pancake guys. He's going to protect the edge. I mean, that's what he's going to do. And I think that, it seems like Miami is doing what they should have done when Tua Tagovailoa was there. Is you pick up a guy number 1 overall, or number 5 overall in the first round. You protect your investment. Yep. That's what you do. You invested in this guy. You bought the Tyler term. I always call it the Tyler term. You bought the Ferrari, you put it in the garage.
Right. You don't put it out in Metro Detroit with the windows busted so that they can grab the tires.
Yeah, exactly. You don't leave it downtown Detroit with the keys in it.
Nope.
And that's it's like, what are we doing? So now here we are. You bought the Ferrari, you didn't put it in the garage. So
we are on a commercial break here on the NFL Network. I want to take a real quick opportunity to shout out another local business here in the Traverse City area. I'm talking about Silver Spruce Brewing.
Yeah.
And also to tack on top of that, Loco Boys.
Loco Boys. Yeah, we'll be visiting them tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We are Friday on NFL Draft Weekend for us at the Outside Blitz is it's heaven. Because we're just hanging out, We're going to get delicious food all around Traverse City. And, we get to shout out these businesses that, and again, support your local business.
Absolutely.
It is imperative that we do so. So anyway, we are back. And Ruben Bain Jr. is front and center. He's just staring at his phone, going, "Come on, man, somebody's got to pick it."
Yeah, he looks angry right now. But to your point about supporting your local businesses, we're talking about Silver Spruce Brewing. We go there. We go to Local Boys every year. You want to talk some of the Local Boys? Talk about some of the most delicious food out there. You want to talk about some of the best tacos, some of the best, fresh salsa. Satan's Spawn out there. This is one of my favorite streams, by the way. You want to talk about supporting your local businesses, supporting one of the best streams out there. Her streams are phenomenal. Her gaming streams. I've been watching some of her Legend of Zelda stuff. It's awesome. And she works for over there at Salt Springs Brewing, which we are actually having some of your guys' beer right now at Salt Springs Brewing. We're enjoying the Dortmunder right now. It's delicious.
Tremendous lager.
Yes.
Absolutely tremendous.
A nice 5.4%. It is delicious. I'm loving it. It's nice. It's clean. It's crisp. I'm here for it. I am enjoying it thoroughly. We've been drinking that, so I'm going to pop another one here. But yeah, we're having ourselves a good old time. We're at pick number 13 in the NFL draft. The Rams getting ready to jump into this whole thing. I believe that this is going to be Mekhi Lemon. Boots actually just sent us
a text. And
is this Mekhi Lemon? I think it's Mekhi Lemon. You are welcome, by the way. I love your stream. I've been watching. I've been enjoying it. I haven't got to watch it as much as I'd like to, but you are a wonderful streamer. Your games are awesome. I appreciate you joining us. NFL draft weekend. This is the best. This is the best time. And we're going to be tuning into the draft. We're going to be going. Obviously, we're live tonight. We're going to be having ourselves a good time. We're going to be doing more pods. We're going to be live every week now. Every week now for all of our NFL news and all things NFL, really going throughout the season and the off season and talking about free agency and everything.
And you want to know who we do this for? We do this for you, our brethren, our Blitz babies. Yes, we are live on other platforms. We are on Twitch. We're on Kick. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we are on X. So we're all over the place.
Yes, we're everywhere. We can, and then also, if you don't get to catch the live streams, you can find us on SoundCloud. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Odyssey. You can find us on what's the other one here?
Google
Podcasts. Yep. So we're around, and the Rams selection, by the way, has just come in. There's our draft chime. So the Rams selection is in. I think this should be Mekhi Lemon, but they do need an offensive tackle. Don't be surprised if this is a tackle right here. I could see Monroe Freeling being the guy, but we'll see what they do.
13th pick in the 2026 NFL draft.
And what? Ty Simpson. Whoa. Holy smokes.
What?
Yeah. Wow.
What? No. I have.
Jeez, Pete.
I have to do a Steel Twins gaming meme.
Whoa. Holy smokes. This. Okay. I'm baffled and I'm not. On one end, I'm blown away by it because it's early for Ty Simpson. It's very, very early. And on the other end, I'm like, you've got two wide receivers that are about to be hitting a contract years this year, and you're going to go after a quarterback to sit behind Matt Stafford. So this tells me, I'll tell you what this says to me. It says a lot more than it says to a lot of other people, but this says to me that I think Matt Stafford's going to retire. I think this is going to be Matt Stafford's last year. I think that's where we're headed here. And we're
is he finally going to get Tommy John?
That's right. I think this is Matt Stafford's final year. I think this. You just drafted the successor in Ty Simpson. That's what it says to me. Wow, I am blown away by this. This is just insane.
And now Baltimore's on the clock.
Baltimore on the clock, and Ruben Bain has fallen seemingly into their lap.
Yep, seemingly.
Seemingly, but they need interior offensive linemen. There are other. Vega Ione is still on the clock or on the board here. Ty Simpson goes to the Rams. This has been a wild one so far. I'm blown away that Ty Simpson has gone to the Rams here.
And kids, it's only night one.
Yeah, this one has gotten wild. I didn't even have Ty Simpson going until the second round. If you recall, I had him going round 2, the first pick of round 2. We're talking 33rd overall. Ty Simpson, going to the Rams at 13.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm blown away right now. This is crazy.
So Ray, did you just saw the news, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Ty Simpson to the Rams,
Quarterback.
a quarterback.
That's insane. I mean, he's just gonna sit behind Stafford. Most likely gonna sit behind Stafford for the year. But at 13,
Yeah, this is wild.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
So at this point, so they're thinking, so Boots is sending us a couple of texts here.
Yeah.
Does Baltimore get Reuben Bain? Do they get Kenyon Sadiq, or could Tampa Bay get Kenyon Sadiq?
Yeah, I mean Tampa Bay does have a need. Tampa Bay does have a need at tight end, right? I mean they do have a need, but one thing that Tampa Bay does have also a need at is edge rusher. So I mean, and they've been heavily tied. And I told everybody I wasn't a big fan of Akeem Mesidor. But they've been heavily tied to Akeem Mesidor, which is why I had Tampa Bay taking Akeem Mesidor. So we're gonna see what they take. But it's interesting to say the least. I'm kind of I don't know what Tampa's gonna do here at 15. It's like, they could take Kenyon Sadiq. They could still go edge. They do have a need at both positions. If Sadiq falls, Ray, do you take the tight end? Do you go tight end if you're the Tampa Bay Bucks, even though you have Cade Otton out there? I mean,
I don't know. That's tough because
Baltimore's pick is
Baltimore's in, by the way. So I'll go ahead and chime it real quick. But do you take Kenyon Sadiq if you're the Tampa Bay Bucks? What do you do if you're the Baltimore Ravens? There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Cade Otton's been fine. So I think he had maybe a little rough of a year last year, but he's been fine.
Now, what if Reuben Bain? I mean, let's not forget Reuben Bain's on the board. What if he falls to Tampa?
So apparently on the TV there, it says Ty's there for when Matt wants to step away, but he can play as long as he wants, as long as he wants.
And that's what I thought. It's not a right now pick.
But it's crazy work.
If you're going to sit behind any quarterback in the NFL, sit behind Matt Stafford. As much maligned as he had a good career in Detroit, just never really, made it to the playoffs. I mean, he did, but he didn't get out of the first round.
Yep.
But he finally won a Super Bowl with the LA Rams, and good on him. Roger Goodell is at the podium.
The first pick of Jesse Minter's tenure here as the Baltimore Ravens head coach. We're going to see how that works out. The 2026 draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Vega Ione, and they do the right thing. They go out and they secure that interior offensive line. So the Ravens take Vega Ione, the best guard in this draft.
Makes perfect sense.
Yep, absolutely. They needed a center, but center can kind of wait. I think in this draft class, they're gonna hold off, and they're gonna go out and get themselves a solid guard here. They do need a center. But I mean, center is one of those positions. It's even though guard is sort of one of those positions that can kind of wait, right? Guard is one of those non-sexy positions.
Absolutely.
Guard is one of those
about non-sexy positions.
Yeah, non-premium positions, right? Even though guard is kind of in that same realm, a center is one of those positions right now that can kind of wait until day 2, day 3, kind of, or day 2, round 3. You can get Jake Slaughter. You can get guys like that on day 2 and day 3 and get away with it. I do like this Vega Ione selection. He's the best guard in this draft, and you go out and you open up running lanes for Derrick Henry, and that's exactly what he needed help with last year. You needed to open up those running lanes for Derrick Henry.
Right.
Smart play here. The Tampa Bay Bucks picking at 15, and look who's on the board. They need an edge rusher. The Bucks pick is in, and Reuben Bain is currently sitting on the
Still sitting
board.
there. Yeah.
And the Bucks number one of their top needs is an edge rusher. If you don't
This
take
should
Ruben,
be a this should be
goodness gracious, this needs to be Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain falling this far is just, this is craziness to me now.
Yeah.
At this point, I just,
It's a little insane.
yeah, this has become a crazy situation now. We have, I mean, imagine if we go to 16, there's no reason he's going to go in the next two. He's got to go in the next two.
He has to.
Right? I mean,
What if he falls in Detroit's lap and Brad goes into best player available situation and gets Ruben Bain?
yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, if he falls, he's going to go in the next three then. I mean, really, if you look at it, he's going to go in one of the next three.
Yeah.
Because if he goes, he's either going to go Tampa, Jets, and he's not falling past Detroit.
no. If he does, then that's
Unless somebody's not smart.
If he falls past Detroit, there's a problem.
100%.
There's a huge problem if he falls past Detroit. But he's going in one of the next three. Ruben Bain is. He's gotta.
He has to.
I mean, if he goes beyond one of the next three, there is an issue here.
That was something we don't know of.
Yeah,
there could be an injury. There could be, just the off the field issues might be affecting him more than we were led to believe.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just flabbergasting. I don't get it. It's just it's confusing. I like Ruben Bain a lot. I'm blown away that we're sitting at 15 and he's still sitting on the board.
Right.
I don't get how he's
Doesn't
still.
make sense.
This doesn't make sense to me. This does not make sense to me one bit.
If there's anybody out there in Twitter land and Facebook land or anywhere out there that's watching us live, can you help explain it to us?
Yeah, I mean, somebody, anybody. I mean, this is crazy. I feel like we've hit la la land here. That Ruben Bain is still sitting on the board at 15.
Right.
This is nuts.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like who was the wide receiver that kept falling in Detroit? Like, when are they going to draft this guy?
Yeah, oh God. It was the corner, actually. It was a corner. TJ Tampa kept falling in Detroit. It's like, we're fifth, sixth round. This guy was projected third round. We're like, why is TJ Tampa still on the board? And TJ Tampa, granted, in the league, didn't do much of anything. But like Baltimore wound up taking him like sixth round, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just one of those things where, you're like, why? Yeah. This is the fifth overall prospect right now.
So apparently ESPN and ABC will be hosting the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah,
broadcasting it.
Yeah, hey, cool shit. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But look, you got Ruben Bain still on the board, Mekhi Lemon still on the board, Kenyon Sadiq still on the board. I mean, if you look at Tampa's situation, two of the three top positions are positions of need for them. Yeah. I mean, it's like Tampa gets their pick of the litter. They got an edge rusher that fell right into their lap. It's a perfect fit for them. You get a tight end that fell right into their lap. They need a tight end that's going to.
He may go wide receiver.
Now, look, I mean, they could. They lost Mike Evans. They did. It is a possibility. They do need a wide receiver. They're applauding themselves. But this should be Ruben Bain. I golly, make this Ruben Bain.
I don't know. The more I'm talking to myself, the more I'm thinking it could be wide receiver.
Oh my goodness. Please make this Ruben Bain,
because we really saw how Baker kind of struggled with without them as well.
Some
quality wide receivers.
I mean, it's such a deep wide receiver class. That's the thing. That's what gets me is it's such a deep wide receiver class, and Ruben Bain is just, he's sitting there. He's so good.
Sure,
I don't know how you don't take him here.
I'm not arguing with you. You're absolutely right.
Yes. The package agent deal is out from his work. He's on.
Yeah.
And he's joined us on Facebook. He's asking about Caden Proctor, and I had to give him the bad news that the Dolphins already picked him up.
Yeah.
But the silver lining is, unless Tampa does the right thing and picks Ruben Bain now, there is a slight possibility that Ruben Bain will fall to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I mean, there is a possibility that this could happen here for Detroit, which I mean would make me just want to punch myself in the face. But I mean,
and apparently, I'm reading the screen crawl here, the closed captioning. Apparently, the Lions are on the clock, and the Jets have made their pick at 16.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
but we will see what happens. We'll see what happens with Tampa here. The pick of the Bucs selection. And they have selected Reuben Bain. Has happened. There it is.
There it is.
Finally.
You called it.
Finally. Goodness gracious. I just don't know how you let that guy slide all that way.
It's a great pick for the.
Oh, that's a
Great pick.
steal. That's
Great
a
pick.
steal. Bill's a team need. You want to talk a steal? My goodness.
This is highway robbery
Yeah.
of the very highest order.
Goodness.
Great
Goodness.
Great pick by Tampa Bay.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Great pick.
I mean, it's insane to see how far he's fallen. But I mean, maybe it was one of those things where it's like, hey, he's a Florida kid, so he needs to go to a Florida team.
Maybe.
One team's loss is another team's gain.
Yeah, I can't believe teams let him slide this far. This is just crazy work.
Yeah.
The fact that teams let him do that.
But but as the resident Lions fan, there's still hope that we could get Monroe Freeling to replace, or to step up, with against, because man, what the hell is it? Taylor Decker.
Yeah, Taylor Decker walked out the door.
So yeah, if Detroit can get Monroe Freeling here, because the Dolphins could have really benefited from getting Monroe, but they decided to go with Caden Proctor, which that's still a great pick too. So if we get Monroe, I would not be mad at it.
Sure.
Yeah, and now we're sitting here with the New York Jets on the board. Reuben Bain walks the stage, styling and profiling. He looks about as pissed as they can get with his short little arms. But, it's
T-Rex.
Yeah, but that's okay. Reuben Bain, he was the nation's top defensive end. He did win the, was it the Ted Hendricks Award? This guy was a stud. He was the nation's top defensive end. So
we do have to bring this news to the table while we're waiting in between picks. The Kansas City Chiefs obviously have a little trouble in their camp. Defensive coach, I believe it's the defensive backs coach, Dave Merritt, has been arrested and charged for domestic battery against his daughter.
Oh God!
So, I think you got to hit the dummy button here.
Yeah, I'll just give it to him. Dummy. Yeah, we'll give that to him. What a dummy.
I mean, because it's like, Scott, you're a dad. You have kids. I mean,
you don't do that stuff.
We're not sure. Like, does he have a grown daughter?
Well, even worse. The Chiefs. They have all these problems, and with the Chiefs, it's look. You have all these problems off the field with Rashee Rice, and you have all these problems with his issues. I'll just put this out there to the Chiefs.
You have an unnatural allegiance to losers. It's not like you.
That's what I'll say to the Chiefs, because that's exactly what the Chiefs have. They have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and it's not like them. They Rashee Rice and all his BS when he's running around and causing car accidents and then running away and then allegedly beating on his ex-girlfriend or his baby mama or whatever you want to call her. And then you got all these issues off the field. It's just nonsense. They have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and it's not like them. Guys beating on his daughter or getting alleged domestic violence issues with his daughter. This is bullshit. Don't do it. How about that? It's just stupid. You're making millions of dollars. I don't get it. Just don't do it. The Jets pick is in, by the way, at number 16. So the Jets, and they're hyped up. This pick comes on the heels of the Sauce Gardner trade, by the way. So, this is...
You better get somebody good, because Sauce Gardner was your best corner, one of the best corners in football.
Yeah, they need DBs. Jermon McCoy is still on the board here. Avion Terrell still on the board. So they have opportunity here. There's... Look, they got stuff that they got to fix on that team, obviously. But the Jets, they have no chance of getting that quarterback of the future right now unless it's Carson Beck. Unless you're going to choose Drew Aller or Garrett Nussmeier.
I wouldn't be too mad at Drew Aller at this point.
At this stage, he was the most improved quarterback.
Out of he was the most. He showed the most promise out of the combine.
Yeah. So, and here we go. Are they going to go and get themselves an offensive tackle? Obviously they blamed Justin Fields for all of the problems that they had, and they've been trying to fix a lot of stuff. They've sort of embraced, I call it the Lions feel of things by trading away stuff and getting all these picks in the top 100. And here we are. We're going to see, and Garrett is Kenyon Sadiq. Wow. Wow. I'm very surprised by the Kenyon Sadiq selection, considering the fact that they went and got Mason Taylor last year, if you remember. You recall that they got Mason Taylor, the tight end out of LSU. So, they get Mason Taylor. Now they get Kenyon Sadiq. They have a double tight end situation, but that's kind of a weird pick to me. You need,
again, need versus want.
Yeah, I mean, shit in one hand, want in the other. See which fills up first. I don't. This is not a team fit here. This is not a need here. You need edge rushers. You need corners, and you're going out and picking a tight end that you don't need.
Yeah.
He's a good pass catcher, sure. Does he kind of double as a wide receiver in a sense? I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he looks like he seems to be a decent blocker.
Yeah, he's okay, but I mean, he's more of a pass catcher. So I mean, are you gonna? I don't like this pick. I'm not a fan of it.
Well, I guess I guess this means only one thing. My Detroit Lions are on the clock.
Yeah, the Lions on the clock.
Monroe Freeling is right there. You got a couple of decent picks there, but I mean,
I was just gonna say, as the resident Detroit Lions fan here, right here, who are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for Monroe Freeling at this point.
Freeling, I wouldn't be mad if it was McCoy either. If I was you guys, I think
we do need defensive back help. I mean, we our secondary is non-existent.
It also wouldn't surprise me if it was Messidor or Keldrick Falk. I think Avion Terrell would be a good pick. You guys have a pretty good set of picks here.
So not a lot of ways to mess this up.
No, I mean,
it's Detroit and it's Brad.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Brad can screw up a wet dream sometimes in some of these situations.
Or we might be the pick is in.
The pick is in. The lie downs pick is in.
You just had
I had to take my shot. I had to.
He's always got to be calling them the lie downs, man.
I hate it.
Yeah, that's
an haterade.
That is well that is well documented.
That's all right. I'll go grab another beer from Old Salt Springs Brewing here. So you enjoy that, but you talk about which one of your players you want your Lions to take here out of the group here. Which is it? Monroe Freeling? Is it Jermod McCoy? Is it Akeem Messidor? Is it Keldrick Falk? Is it Avion Terrell? Alex, which one of these players would you like your boys to pick?
So, obviously, I think, the smart pick, in my opinion, is Monroe Freeling. It's like, even Boots, Boots is saying, Dylan Tyneman. I mean, we kind of, I mean, we need he's the best. Okay. He's the best available player on the board right now, and Brad's been notorious about picking best available. To their credit, we need safety help, we need defensive back help. Our defense has never really been, one to.
The Lions lost a lot of I will say definitely pieces that you would have preferred not to lose. If I can put it that way.
Yes. It's always next man up with those guys.
Because even Anzalone's gone. So
yep.
So Anzalone gone as he is a cap casualty, if you will. That's what they like to call it these days, a cap casualty. But Anzalone being gone is a hit.
Boots sent us a text. He says, Dylan Tyneman, he's calling it. And of course, he's the best available. And I had to give him the eye roll.
Yeah. I do think the Lions, do have other needs. They do have an issue when it comes to, their safeties having lower body injuries. They had, a leg injury to Branch last year, if you recall. They did have the injury to Kirby Joseph. So they do have the lower body injury issue that is kind of glaring. But they do have time for those guys to recover. That is an issue in itself. Jermod McCoy is also on the board. You guys have a corner need over there. But I do think the offensive line is calling, right? And
the offensive line is calling. But are the Detroit Lions going to answer?
Yeah, the offensive line is calling, though. I think Monroe Freeling, I'm with you, Alex. I think Monroe Freeling is kind of calling everybody's name, right? I think if you're
Who is that? So that's Mekhi Lemon.
that's Mekhi Lemon. Wow. Look, if they took Mekhi Lemon right here, I think the Lions fans might very well riot. I mean, you just traded up. You traded all that.
Mind blown.
You traded all that draft capital.
All they did was show him on screen. That doesn't.
Yeah, but you traded all that draft capital away to go get Isaac Tesla, and then you're going to draft Mekhi Lemon in the first round?
Yeah. You know what? I listen. This is not a shot on Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon is quite possibly the best wide receiver out of this draft class. We don't need a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Again, need versus want. I feel like that's been a major theme of this draft.
Yeah.
We have Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have Isaac Tesla. We have
Jameson Williams.
We have Sam Laporta. Oh God, they're bringing on a kid. It's like, you know, it reminds me of the Detroit draft when they brought some other kid on, and he was the guy that said the Vikings drafted J.J. McCarthy.
I was about to say, is this in here?
Is it going to be the? Is this going to be the son of a bitch here?
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna be like Ty Schmidt acting like Mel Kiper. Am I gonna go? God damn.
Yeah. That's, I mean, where we're at. The Lions pick is in, by the way.
I'm like Bob's Burgers right now.
Oh my God. Let's see what the lie downs pick here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Young man who's having the most exciting moment of his life here announced this pick here.
Oh, for sure.
As he makes his wish come true.
And the Make-A-Wish Foundation, congratulations to him.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
okay, who is it? I don't know if I
the
can.
pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Lions take Blake Miller, the offensive tackle out of Clemson. I'm not entirely mad at it if I'm a Lions fan.
I'm not. Look, we need an offensive tackle, but I mean,
here's the interesting thing, and I want to point this out.
No, go ahead.
So he's good in run blocking, better in pass blocking, and I think that's kind of interesting given the fact that, Jared Goff is not a good runner, and I think that makes a lot of sense, right?
Sure.
I think as a pass blocker, he makes a lot of sense. I think he's going to be able to protect Jared Goff. I think he's basically Taylor Decker 2.0. You're going to kick Penei Sewell over to left. You're going to kick Blake Miller off to right, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to.
That's not a bad comp. I mean, Monroe Freeling was right there.
Yep.
But listen, I'm not mad.
Yep.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not gonna go and throw beer cans through the windows. I'm not gonna go nuts.
And my Minnesota Vikings, our pick is in.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now for the moment.
Oh boy.
Ladies,
Oh my God.
ladies and gentlemen, if you have small children,
It now.
I want to hear me swear a lot to get it.
you may want to remove them from the room.
Yeah, this is, look.
You might want to actually turn your volume down about 10 decibels.
Back up from the mic.
I've seen too many Vikings draft picks go really bad. Rob Brzezinski has said he's not opposed to going best available. This wouldn't surprise me, but Dylan Tenneman is the best available right now. This makes a lot of sense if it's Dylan Tenneman. It's Caleb Banks. I do not like this pick. I do not like this pick. This is a bad pick. I am not happy about this pick. I am not happy with this pick. This is a bad pick. This is a reach. People way too excited about this pick. I hate this pick a lot. Yep.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, this is horrible. I am not sold on this pick.
Only
I do
three
not-
games in 2020.
Yep, only 3 games in 2025 because of injuries. He is a big guy.
like that.
When they say flash player, they really mean a flash player because that's all he is. This guy's a flash in the pan. This is a bad pick. I am not sold on this guy. I do not like this guy. I think he's a bad pick. This is a bad pick in the first round. You wasted the first rounder, period. You need secondary. I've been yelling and screaming for 3 years that you need corners and that you need safeties. And you got Dylan Tenement sitting on the board. You got no safeties and you got one good corner on the board and you're going to go ahead and take a defensive tackle. Waste of my time. Rob Brzezinski, you do not need to be the GM of this team. You just sold me on why you do not need to be the GM of this team and why you do not need to be the GM in the Minnesota Vikings. You are a waste of a general manager, period. That's what it is. The Minnesota Vikings ought to be ashamed. What
I
that?
said Andy walked in at the perfect.
Oh yeah, Andy walked in while I was going on my rant. This is a waste of a pick. I'm disappointed, and once again for the third year in a row, I'm disappointed in the Minnesota Vikings first round draft selection.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Panthers pick is in, by the way.
He took it. He took it better than I thought.
I'm just done. I'm done with the.
It's 100% because of streaming. I'm not going to.
I'm done. Yeah, I mean, dude, the hat would have been flying.
Yeah, 100%.
if we weren't streaming.
100%.
I'm just. It's gotten old at this point.
You know what? That means he's grown.
Maybe.
He's matured, or maybe the beer's worked on.
Yeah, maybe that too. Maybe Salt Springs did a good job on this beer, calm me down. But man, I can't believe that. That wasn't even the best defensive tackle on the board.
No.
And you're out
That's
here.
the killer to it.
Yeah, and you're over here taking a guy that is just, he's not good.
And he's injury prone.
He's injury prone. He's not good. I'm not a fan. I do not like this pick. This is a bad pick. Caleb Banks is not the best pick that the Vikings could have made there. When you have Dylan Tenement on the board, you have Jermod McCoy on the board. You have Emmanuel McNeil-Warren on the board. You have Avion Terrell on the board. You have opportunities to fix your secondary, and you do nothing to fix your secondary. Not a single goddamn thing to fix your secondary. Rob Brzezinski ought to be ashamed of himself because this is a bad draft pick. You've done nothing. You did nothing in free agency this year to fix your secondary. You have not gotten a single safety. You've not gotten a single corner. You've not gotten anything. And now you go out, you trade away 2 defensive tackles because you're trying to save cap space. And then you go out and draft a defensive tackle that's not even the best defensive tackle on the board when you could have gotten one in the second and third round. Caleb Banks isn't even a fucking first rounder. Caleb Banks is the kind of guy you can get in the second and third round. This is not a good selection. It's not a good pick.
This is Marcus Davenport all over again.
It is. It is. I don't like this selection. I just, it's awful. It's a bad pick. I'm disappointed again. It's the third year in a row I'm disappointed. And we're joined now by Steel Twins Andy. Andy, welcome to the show. I'm over here venting. I'm very angry at the Vikings draft pick now.
Which, I mean, in other news, water is wet. Either that or beer is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, beer is awesome because my hat didn't go sailing across the room because, I mean, this is a bad draft pick. It's just a bad draft pick all around. It's just a bad pick.
Yeah,
that's painful.
Go on them, man.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Brzezinski. I mean, it shows why Rob Brzezinski should not be the general manager of the Minnesota Vikings at this point.
It's definitely a very bad start to this draft for your Vikings. I'm not trying to be.
No, it's the truth, and it's a bad start to Rob Brzezinski's tenure as the interim general manager. He shouldn't be the general manager of this team.
Absolutely,
it's proven why he shouldn't be the GM. I've come to the conclusion that he shouldn't be the GM of this team. I mean, just judging by that first draft pick, you went with what you believe was the best available instead of picking for team need. You need corners desperately. Yeah. You have no safeties. Theo Jackson ain't it. Harrison Smith's gone. You have Dylan Tenement on the board, and you go and you bypass him and you go with what? Caleb Banks, and now Monroe Freeling goes off the board.
Wow.
Yep. So Monroe Freeling goes off the board. So now the Lions are in dire straits here.
Yeah.
You do have potential at edge rusher, Keldrick Falk, Akeem Mesidor still on the board. So Keldrick Falk is still available for the Lions here.
I mean, yeah, and at the same time, we got our offensive tackle.
They did get a tackle, so
Blake Miller. But you do have some. I mean, Cassius Howell could fall to the next round. So I mean, obviously looking at guard, or I'm sorry, looking at edge in the second round is going to be. I mean, could Zion Young be in play for the Lions here in the second round? I mean, I know you guys were wanting to get some offensive linemen in this draft class. You need guards, you need a center. You do need some offensive line help. Alex, you're going to pull up a chair? Why don't you pull up a chair, buddy?
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can scoot. I mean, it's okay. I have plenty of room over here. Ray and I will snuggle up. I'm sure we'll be fine.
we'll be fine.
We'll be all right.
Exactly where I want to be at.
Yeah, you will be just fine, So, I mean, but we are we being joined by Steel Twins Andy. We are enjoying ourselves. Andy, welcome to the show, man. I'm so glad you were able to join us here. It's we're nearing the back end of the first round, and we got to hang on. We got to trade, and the Eagles are now picking.
With the Cowboys?
Yeah, the Eagles have traded with the Cowboys. We got some interdivisional movement here.
What is happening with the Cowboys?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We got to figure out what the trade comp here was.
Well, thanks for having me here, folks.
Yeah. We got to figure out what the compensation was here. But the Eagles and the Cowboys trade. Eagles take Makai Lemon.
Wow.
The rich get
richer. Yeah.
This has been the story for the Eagles for a while now. The rich just get richer.
Absolutely.
Dallas looks like
that's their tagline.
Yeah.
It's like
Dallas looks like they traded back to 23. I just don't know what else they got in this situation. But I mean, we are only covering the first round.
So far.
Yeah. So
this might be such a good idea. We do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we're only handling the first round. So I mean, we're going to go ahead and force the trade anyway. In this situation. So
on the website.
Yeah, on the website. We'll just go ahead and force the trade. But Makai Lemon goes to the Eagles here.
That is insane.
Yep. And but at the same time, we were talking about how AJ Brown is going to wind up going,
It's a smart pick.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
Guys.
the Eagles traded for up to the 20th and a 7th round pick in exchange for Dallas gets 23, 114, and 137.
Wow.
Dibs.
Man, and so now Dallas is just collecting draft picks here. I mean, that's what they're doing. They keep trading back and they're collecting draft picks.
Yeah.
So they've collected what 6 draft picks or 4 draft picks with 2 trade downs.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, that's what they're doing. Well, no, they lost 2 and now they gained 2 because they traded up with Miami and then they trade back, so they regained some.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of an interesting thing. Dallas making some moves. It's a smooth move here.
And is this in response to AJ Brown?
That's what I think. I think this is in response to the AJ Brown move, and AJ Brown likely going bye-bye here, right? And here we go.
Yep. So, Package, what do you think about all this? Like you think does this resonate with you?
Well. Pretty much. I mean, first of all, yeah, rich get richer, no doubt about that. I'm glad the Lions have a offensive tackle. None of it's the best one, but at least we have a team need. Thank God for that.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
So right.
It definitely could have gone worse. It could have gone worse.
Exactly my point here.
But as far as the Makai Lemon pick here, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
this is definitely in response to AJ Brown getting traded to the Patriots. So
you lose a receiver, you gain a receiver, right? Yeah,
for sure.
And that's I think the Eagles' mentality. Now, I don't know that Makai Lemon is a 1-for-1 for AJ Brown. He's a different receiver than AJ Brown is. Makai Lemon is smaller. I think he's a better route runner than AJ Brown, but AJ Brown is far more physical, right? I mean, I think they're 2 different type of receivers. Makai Lemon's more of a savvy route runner, Stephon Diggs type, right?
Now, how is that
Whereas-
going to translate?
Exactly. And that's going to be the question of the day. How is Mekhi Lemon gonna translate to that Philadelphia Eagles system and that Nick Sirianni system? We're going to find out. But I do think that Mekhi Lemon, he could fit. It just depends on what they're going to do and how they're going to utilize him.
Absolutely.
So and AJ Brown, I mean, he's been angry. And there is Mekhi, Mekhi Lemon. I don't know what's going on. He's doing that snake thing again. That snake thing again. Look, I like Mekhi Lemon. I'm a USC Trojans fan. I am. I'm a USC Trojans fan. Okay.
He's starting not to cry. He's emotional. He's definitely emotional.
I'm a USC fan. I think Mekhi Lemon's the best receiver out of this draft class. I do. And when I watched him all year long, he was special. But then I watched him at the combine with the interviews and all this stuff, and he was doing that weird snake thing. Right with all his interviews, he was doing this sneaky snake. I'm a snake. Right?
But Pittsburgh, the hometown pick.
Yeah, the hometown pick is in. Pittsburgh Steelers pick is in. We'll go ahead and hit the chime there. But
do you really think they get Dylan Tyneman at this point? I mean,
it's possible. They do need a safety. I mean, they need running backs. They need guards. They need tackles. They need corners. I mean,
or God forbid. Well, first of all, what was that?
What just happened?
That was
the game fall.
He may have fallen over.
Yeah, maybe
they got a spotlight over there.
Yeah, so something happened. But anyway, but do you really? Or God forbid, do they go quarterback here?
Oh boy!
Does Carson Beck go here?
I mean, is this the Carson Beck? What is?
There's no way they go quarterback.
Is Carson Beck going here? I mean, what if Carson Beck goes?
Speaking of quarterback, where is Fernando Mendoza? Did the Raiders pick number one?
They did.
Yeah. Fernando Mendoza went number 1 overall.
Is Derrick Henry still on the board?
Yeah. What are you doing here
with the program?
Listen. Buddy and their mother knew Fernando Mendoza was going number 1.
Yeah, God. Where were you at?
Well, in my defense, I was working.
That's a good defense, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
We're proud of everything you do for the TSA.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Protect, doing everything you can.
Absolutely.
And the government needs to get their act together and just fund you guys already.
Yeah. We are. I will tell you, we are being funded for the time being, but only time will tell.
But yeah, I mean, but it's still very uncertain. But anyway, that's something else. In the meantime, Steelers Nation, waiting with bated breath to see what their pick is. And you know what? I mean,
they announced the pick is in, and then now they decided to do a performance. So now they get to wait even longer.
Hello.
I mean, first of all, if I'm sitting out in that massive crowd, asses to elbows with everybody else, I'm sitting there going, "What the fuck are we doing here? Come on!"
I'm
sweating. I'm sweating my ass off here. What are we doing?
It's just a video. Okay,
it's a video package, which I mean, good for them. I mean, it's the hometown pick. It's okay. Here we go. We got the bus back out on. Jerome Bettis.
Let's go round and
round.
I just really want him to throw Goodell off the stage. That's all I mean. It was for him to just go ham.
Someone just give him a brotherly
yeah.
And have the crowd just part like the Red Sea.
Yeah, and just watchers eat it.
We would laugh.
And now the Steelers selection, they got a bunch of kids up there. I don't know if they're from a local football team or what. Athletes that ever joined us says 6 Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recipients featuring both high school tackle players and flag football athletes. Okay. All right. Congratulations to those guys out there.
Oh, Jerome Bettis is making the pick.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, he is.
Detroit native too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won a Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
In Detroit.
Detroit, yep. Jerome Bettis making the pick for the Steelers here.
I love Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Who are they gonna pick this time?
He was a big boy.
Yes, he was.
He could have easily been an offensive tackle.
Triple cheeseburger eating guy. If you will.
Yeah, buddy. And he still looks really good. He's still.
Absolutely.
He's built like a brick shithouse. He could still go. He could still go today. So anyway, here we go.
Oh, that's the hard name to pronounce. Max Iheanacho, I think his name is. I'm butchered the hell out of that name.
Right.
Arizona State. He's the offensive tackle.
Respectfully, but
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Boots did it right. Yeah, he pronounced it right on the show. I'm not mad at the pick. They needed to go out and get themselves an offensive tackle. They did the right thing. They get themselves an offensive lineman.
And just gets this guy's cheeks.
Yeah, I had.
What is happening?
Yeah, I had Fano doing the right, going to them. They needed an offensive tackle. They needed an offensive lineman. This is exactly what they needed to do. They did the right thing. Steelers go out. They protect their quarterback. This assumes that Aaron Rodgers is coming back at this point.
Yeah.
Sure.
One last ride.
One
last ride.
Yeah, this is the assumption for me at this point. I mean,
because at this point you would have taken a quarterback if he was.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
Yeah. I mean, this assumes for them, right? I mean, they gotta assume that Rodgers is coming back. I mean, am I wrong there? I mean,
no.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Perfect sense to me.
I mean, he's got to be coming back at this stage.
Oh, and we had high praise for him at the Senior Bowl, just mauling people and just getting all competitive.
And he had a great combine too. I mean, a lot of people said that his combine scores were through the roof. I mean, this makes a lot of sense for them. And a lot of people said that he went from a day 2 guy to a day 1 guy. He jumps up to a day 1 guy, and hey, there you go.
Good for him, honestly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
good for him.
Satan Spawn, if you're still watching on Twitch, this beer we're drinking here,
It's the Pink Boots New England IPA.
it's really good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
What'd you give it on tap?
I haven't given it on anything on Untapped yet. I'm trying to find it on Untapped. Honestly, it's doesn't seem to be out there right now on Untapped. It's very tough to find. A lot of the stuff right now on Salt Springs for whatever reason is
Chargers pick is in.
tough to find at the moment. So I'm taking a peek. Thank you for that.
You got it.
Jazz hands.
Yes, appreciate that.
All right, so Chargers, they need a wide receiver. They need a guard. They need a defensive lineman. They need a safety.
Oh, you know what? Who's the highest safety? Who's the top player on the board right now?
Dylan.
Yeah.
And what does he play?
Safety.
So
It kind of makes sense.
it kind of makes sense to go this route. You got a lot of options at this point.
Yes.
I mean,
You know?
it could actually be a disaster if this guy goes second round. Seriously.
I mean, we've seen weirder things, package. We've seen weirder things, but I mean, obviously his ADP is 16.1. We're at pick 22, so this would be a steal at 22 with the Los Angeles Chargers. You know, since correct me if I'm Jalen Ramsey was always with the Rams, so never mind on that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the Chargers defense, it's kind of like always been middle of the road, hasn't they? I mean,
I feel like Chargers had a pretty Chargers defense. You know, like they had Brandon Staley there for a minute, who was really bad.
Yeah,
you know, as a bad defensive coordinator,
horrible
bad head coach, and they bad head coach, and he was a guy who was supposed to be a defensive mind that was just awful.
Yeah.
And then Harbaugh's come over and Harbaugh's come over and kind of changed things, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it was much better than it has been. And they do need some defensive help. They need a wide receiver, they need a guard, they need a defensive lineman. They do need some secondary help over there. Akeem Mesidor comes in, they get the edge rusher. They did need, I will say that Mesidor, I think this is a better position for Mesidor.
It's definitely an improving pick.
Yeah, this is a good pick for Mesidor right here. This is about where I thought Mesidor should have gone around this time, as opposed to 15, 14, 13. I thought that was crazy talk. Mesidor at 22 makes a lot more sense here, right?
Sure.
And when you're talking about Akeem Mesidor going to the Chargers, I think they needed a compliment. They did go out and extend, what's his name?
Okay. Well, while he figures that out, I mean, if we take a look at the pass rush grade here, I mean, it's a 92.5. And he had a 92.5 overall grade. You know, and his run defense grade is great as well too, but his pass rush win rate was a 20.8%.
Smokes.
This is going to bug me. I don't know why I don't know this right now, why this is slipping my brain, but
throw it in the Google machine.
yeah, this is going to bug me.
There's no reason we should have to, because we definitely know this
Yeah.
It's gonna irritate.
It's gonna make me mad when it pops up.
But while we're throwing that in the Google machine, I mean, this is a good pick with for Los Angeles. I'm not mad at it. They need, it was one of their team needs. They needed an interior defense.
Khalil Mack. They extended Khalil Mack.
Yeah, geez.
So yeah, I'm like, why is Khalil Mack not coming to Brain? But anyway, no, they needed somebody on the opposite side of Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was coming off his worst year as a pro.
This is a 100% move.
Khalil Mack was coming off his worst year as a pro. Akeem Mesidor comes in. Akeem Mesidor is a great compliment to Khalil Mack. They needed a new guy to come in, right? Yeah. Mesidor makes a lot of sense here. He's young. He's volatile. It's not that he's a bad player. I just didn't think he should have gone as high as 15, 13, 14, like people were saying, early teens. I just didn't think that was the right spot for him.
Right.
22. Now we're talking, right? 22, we're talking, especially being with that Harbaugh defense, being in a situation, they lost Odafe Owe to free agency, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're all, okay. This is more sensible. Now we're here. Now we're rolling. Okay.
Sure.
Mesidor is a good pick.
Now I'm really curious. What is Dallas going to do here?
Yeah, Dallas has. Well, I think Keldrick Falk should be the pick. I don't think there's any reason. It's either Keldrick Falk or C.J. Allen here. Both of these guys make sense. Jermod McCoy, I mean, he could also make sense.
Dallas has kept me guessing this draft, so I'm really curious what's going to happen.
Dallas went Caleb Downs with the safety look in the first round, right? Early on in the first round.
Which made us scratch our head.
Yeah, but you got to think they need DBs, right? So, I mean, they were a bad passing defense, right? But they do need pass rush now. Right. Keldrick Falk is a really good pass rusher. I would take Keldrick Falk here if I was the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, you need somebody to replace DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yep. But it would not surprise me if they were talking Jermod McCoy. It would not surprise me if they were talking C.J. Allen because they lost their linebacker, in the middle of, to free agency. Actually, I believe it was to retirement.
Is Van Der Esch still playing?
No, Van Der Esch has been long gone. So, I mean, Van Der Esch has been long gone. So, I mean, they lost their linebacker. They need C.J. Allen's a good linebacker. He's but I have a feeling C.J. Allen's going to fall to your Buffalo Bills here. To be honest with you, I think Keldrick Falk makes a lot of sense. Picks in the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you, Andy, for taking up care of that one. The chime has rung, but C.J. Allen might be a good pick for the Buffalo Bills. But Jermod McCoy could fall to the Cowboys here, right? Keldrick Falk could fall to the Cowboys right here. It would surprise me if they took Dylan Teneman. I don't think he's in play at this point in time. I do think for the Chicago Bears, Dylan Teneman is in play. But if I was the Chicago Bears, I think Emmanuel McNeil-Warren makes a lot more sense because Kevin Byard went out the door, and I think he kind of matches what Kevin Byard used to do. So, there are options here. There are situations here for the Dallas Cowboys. To me, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm kind of staring down Keldrick Falk. Sure. I think to me, he's my guy up front. I want a nasty edge rusher. That's what I want. Keldrick Falk. And I like Keldrick Falk. It could be Cassius Howell too. Cassius Howell's not bad, but I think Keldrick Falk's the better of the two.
Yep. I mean, Cassius Howell is one of my sleepers.
Yeah.
If we've been following all of our draft prospects over the past several weeks. Mm-hmm. I'd be happy if Cassius Howell got picked up here, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So look at the Daniel Jeremiah is best available here on TV. I mean, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren out of Toledo. That's an interesting pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be too mad at that. Go Rockets, Maction.
I like Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. He's a bigger safety in this draft group. He can play anywhere. He tackle really well. He's not afraid of anything because of his size. And Toledo, we talked about it on the show. Toledo recently has this knack for creating great defensive backs.
Sure.
I don't know if anybody's realized that. Quinyon Mitchell, for example, was the best man coverage corner coming out of that draft back in 2024. And now here we are, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren sitting here. He's one of the best safeties coming out of the draft class. This DB group that has, just grown out of Toledo has been crazy. Here comes Roger Goodell. He's coming up to make the Cowboys selection. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. To me, this should be Keldrick Falk, but man, this has been a wild first round.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to see what Goodell does. Man, that hair is really thinning, isn't it? Goodness gracious.
Bonehead.
Goodness
We got-
gracious. Malachi Lawrence.
Interesting.
You want to talk about a reach? I mean, look.
On the edges we overlooked.
So
for Malachi Lawrence.
I'm going to go ahead and start scrolling because you want to talk about a reach here.
Nowhere in sight.
You want to talk about a reach here.
I can't see.
Look, so we're all the way out at ranked at 54 from UCF.
Which
Look, the Dallas Cowboys.
for all of you uninitiated out there, the definition of a reach, the outside blitz definition of a reach is if you pick a player who's ranked much higher or much lower than the pick that they're at, that's a reach.
That was a reach for the Cowboys. I feel like you could have gotten him in the second round.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
specifically why I said I wanted to see what Dallas was going to do.
Yeah, I like Malachi Lawrence as a player. I just a first round guy at 23 when
you have better options on the board.
Yeah.
Can I just say this? That makes about as much sense as a beef and broccoli sandwich.
Yeah, it's I don't get it.
And before Jerry Jones, we eventually get the soundbite of Jerry Jones saying it. We got our guy.
Yeah.
We got our guy.
That's it. Well,
Wrong.
wrong. I'll go ahead and just. I'm not sold on that pick. I just.
No.
Oof.
Browns on the clock.
Browns are on the clock.
Oh boy. So the Cleveland Browns, if
the Browns go out and get a receiver here, they got an offensive tackle early on. They did the right thing. They protected Shador Sanders.
picks in.
Right. Picks in. Okay, so we got our chime here. We got the picks in. Wide receiver should be the pick here. And if you look, I mean, Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana.
He's staring right at you.
Yeah, I makes a lot of sense. Or Denzel Boston. I mean, the equalizer, as Boots calls him, the equalizer. I like Denzel Boston as well. I think either one of those guys makes a lot of sense.
Bootleg B team stand up.
Yeah, I mean, either one of those guys makes a ton of sense, right? You could wind up being, in great shape with Omar Cooper Jr., the out of Indiana, the national championship winning Indiana Hoosiers team. I mean,
I am, it's like, how many of those guys are going to fly off the board?
Yeah. We've been, and we saw it out of Michigan, right? Anytime a team wins a national championship, you see these guys go high in the national championship. They start going flying up draft boards. You saw it in Michigan, right? They had how many players? I think it was like 24 flew off the draft boards. It was like a stupid number of picks going. They broke the record, right? Remember, Michigan wins the national championship, and they broke the record for the amount of players that went in the NFL draft. So, and Georgia, the year before, Georgia won the national championship, and Georgia broke the record for the amount of players that went on the national championship. Now, I don't know that Indiana's going to break the record for it or anything like that, but you're seeing Indiana players that are going higher and higher and higher based on the fact that they won the national championship, right? So now we're sitting in a situation where it's like, all right, is Omar Cooper Jr. on the table here? I think he is. Yeah. Especially right now, Omar Cooper Jr., if you wanted a guy that is kind of a sort of AJ Brown comp, you're talking Omar Cooper Jr. I think Omar Cooper makes a lot of sense here for the Cleveland Browns. I think he fits what exactly they're going to be doing. He's the best wide receiver on the board.
I mean, okay, it's a bit of a reach, by outside blitz standards, but what about Casey Concepcion?
Concepcion would be a good pick too. I think he's a little more he's a big body guy too. I think he's more of a finesse player. It wouldn't surprise me if Concepcion was the guy either, to be honest with you.
I think he's one of my picks too.
He is.
My sleepers.
It would not surprise me if Concepcion was the guy, but I like Omar Cooper Jr. here. I think he's just a fit.
Well,
sure.
And he's a clutch player.
He is.
I mean, you obviously saw, if you've been watching the NFL draft, you saw that play against Penn State. That last second touchdown,
back of the end zone,
yep. Toe tapping to keep inside, and you only need to get 1 foot in. Wild.
Yeah, they credited Mendoza for that throw, but they needed to credit Omar Cooper Jr. for that catch because damn.
Yeah,
To that, bro.
Yeah.
there's two pieces to that puzzle, and Omar Cooper Jr. was the big part of that.
Absolutely.
Where did David Njoku go?
But David Njoku, he's still with Cleveland right now.
Really?
It's that they just lost him. They said they lost him, so
I thought he was.
saw
I
that
thought he was still with Cleveland, if I wasn't mistaken. Maybe I'm
You
crazy.
could be wrong.
I'll have to
take a
double
look.
check. Maybe I'm a crazy man. I'll have to double check. I thought he was still with Cleveland.
I think maybe he went to Jacksonville.
I mean, still, he might have gone to Jacksonville. You might be right. I think he.
You actually might be right.
You actually, you might be right. I may have forgotten that he went. I did forget if he went somewhere, but
We have to throw that in the Google.
yeah. Ray, while you're looking that up, I mean, there's a lot of motion, but here we are, the Browns selection.
They got to go.
Got to go receiver here. They would make the most sense to go receiver here.
It's the Browns. Are they smart enough?
They went tackle first, and Casey said, "Look at you, Alex. Casey Concepcion. Wow, look at you,
Let's go.
Casey. Look at you."
Oh, sleeper fans.
Buddy, I applaud you. That a boy, man. Wow. What a man. You called that one.
I did.
You called that one. My goodness. Wow. Casey Concepcion, I said it wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, but man, look at you, Alex. Calling that. That's your guy right there.
It doesn't surprise me, but it kind of surprised me.
It doesn't surprise me, but man, I'll tell you what, Alex calling it was just like, look at you.
Football acumen.
But it totally makes sense. The guy, no. Let's get a quick.
I mean, you can see the highlight reel. He's big, he's tall, he's long.
Yep.
He runs. I mean, you can see how fast he is. Look how fast he's outrunning these DBs.
Look at his greatest versus man coverage, 78.3.
Yeah,
because of our he's a versatile athlete who's found success in the slot. He's look at that. Look at this comp. Luther Burden III.
Yeah, I mean that's one big thing about Luther Burden's game was he was able to create big plays with his legs.
So now you got Shadur Sanders, Quinshawn Judkins at running back, Concepcion, Harold Fannin Jr. at tight end, and Spencer Fano.
It's tough together.
That's pretty nice.
Listen,
Pretty nice.
You would have to be it would have to be the most Cleveland Browns thing ever if you had that stack, if you had that lineup defense.
I just want to point out the guy yelling "Let's go Browns" on the left side with the glasses there. He looks like Trailer Park Boys. He does. He does look like the dude from Trailer Park Boys. He does. He does look like the dude from Trailer Park Boys. But anyhow, the pick is in for the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Thank you, package for that. But
Bears.
The Bears on the clock, and the pick is in for them. So we'll see what the Bears do. They have a golden opportunity here too. I like McNeil Warren going to them, but Dylan Tenneman's on the board, so it wouldn't surprise me if Tenneman was the guy.
He's the top guy on the board.
Yeah.
They also need a center and a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tenneman is sliding the way he is right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because there's so many other teams with other needs that came in front of him.
I'm so excited for hopefully what the Bills will do here because there's a lot of potential here.
I'm crossing my fingers.
There's a lot of potential here.
For you, I think C.J. Allen is the pick. You guys have had such trouble handling the run game.
Yeah.
And on the defensive side of the ball. And when I look over and I see what C.J. Allen does the best, look at this, 88.6 run defense grade. It just makes too much sense.
Oh,
you want a guy in the middle of the field. He's a good middle linebacker that can stop the run. That's what he does best.
Yeah.
And if it was me, I would just say, you know what? Get that guy, let him stop the run.
Absolutely.
That's
where a lot of our problems
makes too much sense for the Chicago or for the Buffalo Bills.
We have a bad habit of making okay running backs look phenomenal.
Yeah, the only other guy that I would consider for you guys at this stage, because you guys do need it, is Caden McDonald. I like his run defense grade as well, 91.2 run defense grade. Dylan Tenneman's good too. He's got a good run defense grade, but his coverage grades are better. And I like Tenement a lot. I think any three of those guys would fit exactly what you're going to be doing. Emmanuel McNeil Warren also fits what you guys will be doing. You can see his run defense grade 83.5. So, I mean, you have options on the defensive side of the ball that are falling right into the Buffalo Bills lap. You guys are going to have plenty of options when the pick gets to you. Chicago.
And they take a wide receiver.
I mean, and I think that was what the pick for, or the trade for DJ Moore was. It was just so they didn't have to take a receiver. The downside for you guys is you only got 2 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got the first round pick and you got the 3rd round pick. You lost the 2nd round pick for the DJ Moore move. So that basically solidified the fact that we took a receiver in the 2nd round, basically. That's basically what that said, right? So now you guys are looking at, you do need defensive lineman, you do need linebacker, you do need a safety, you do need interior offensive linemen. So things need to happen.
Sure.
Things need to happen. The good news for you is, again, deep interior offensive line class. Those guys all kind of fall into your lap. There's options.
Right.
They're available. For, San Francisco, again, edge rushers, Keldrick. Oh man, imagine if Keldrick Falk fell to the Niners right now.
Man.
Tell you what, I mean, because did they already lose Nick Bosa?
No, Nick Bosa's still around, but they had an unexpected retirement of one of their other edge rushers, and now they're dealing with that situation. So I mean, if you want to have a situation, and the good news for the Niners is they went out and solidified the contract of Trent Williams. So they went and solidified the contract with Trent Williams, gave him an extension, and they got him solidified. So that's good. They secured him for the next 2 years. So basically 3 years for this year and a 2-year extension, right?
Yeah.
So you solidified your offensive tackle. Problem comes in for them where they need an edge rusher to go alongside of Bosa, or on the opposite side of Bosa, right? And you need a safety. And I mean, McNeil Warren's on the board. Cool. That could be a nice safety, but I would go after the edge rusher first thing. If I was the Niners, I would be going after Keldrick Falk if he falls to you out of Auburn there. I think Keldrick Falk makes the most sense out of anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. For Chicago here?
For Chicago, look.
No, not them.
No.
But we're talking about,
for the Niners, I was talking about the Niners, but for Chicago here, I mean, Penniman's here, McNeil Warren's here. Either one of those guys.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
we've seen some wacky things happening.
This has been a crazy night one.
Absolutely.
We've been through some drafts.
We have. It's been a wild one, but the Chicago Bears with their selection. Let's see what they're going to do.
Can I read lips?
Yeah, with the 25th pick in the 1st round, and they take Dylan Tenement. There we go.
There it is.
I don't know that he's an absolute fit for the Bears, but look.
He's the best player on the board.
Yeah, best player on the board, fits a team need.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we saw him at the combine, you and I.
Great combine.
Tremendous combine, had showed a lot of potential, and even going into the combine, we knew he was a stud.
This young man is Harrison Smith 2.0.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
That's a hell of a compliment.
He moves like Harrison Smith. He plays like Harrison Smith. He looks like Harrison Smith. He talks like Harrison Smith. He's fucking Harrison Smith. That's what he is. I mean, the guy is Harrison Smith in the aggregate. That's what he is. I mean, you want Harrison Smith in the future. I mean, this is Harrison Smith. Yeah. This is exactly who he plays like. Mm-hmm. He tackles like Harrison Smith. He's a run support safety like Harrison Smith. He gets in throwing lanes like Harrison Smith. He confuses quarterbacks like Harrison Smith. This is Harrison Smith.
Well, listen.
And if the Vikings wanted to fix their safety position, Dylan Tenement should have been the guy. Instead, you're going to let him go to a division rival and smoke you for the next X amount of years. I am so disappointed in Rob Brzezinski right now for letting this guy go to a division rival.
When is your next pick?
Our next pick is until the 2nd round. Let's see. I don't know when our next pick is, to be honest with you. Because we only have the 1st round pulled up, but I'd have to take a look. But at the end of the day, I'm disappointed in Rob Brzezinski right now for going with an overrated defensive tackle,
who was injury prone.
an injury prone, overrated defensive tackle.
We were talking about it on the show all the way up to the draft, how Caleb Banks was a good player, but he had all those question marks about his injuries.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, look at that. NFL, that's pulled up on the TV. So we know what we're talking about here.
The comp as Harrison Smith. I mean, that's exactly what he is. He plays like Harrison Smith. If you wanted Harrison Smith, you would have taken Dylan Teneman. I don't understand it. Vikings' next pick is pick 49, by the way, Ray.
All right, thank you.
So I mean, like, look, if you want to look, he plays exactly like Harrison Smith. I don't understand, why would you pass on this guy?
Yeah.
Why would you pass on Dylan Teneman when he was in your fucking wheelhouse to take an overrated defensive tackle that's injury prone? It makes no sense. This is what Caleb Banks is to me right now? He is the defensive tackle version of Lewis Seen. That's exactly what he is.
Boy.
That's what he is. Caleb Banks is the defensive tackle version of Lewis Seen to me.
Opening up old wounds again.
No, I am.
Watch him start 0 games.
Yeah. Watch him tear his ACL or break his leg in game 2, playing a special team snap or something. It's BS. It's silly. You just let one of the best players in this draft class go out the door because you wanted an overrated defensive tackle. It makes 0 sense. I am so disgusted by the fact that Rob Brzezinski went and picked Caleb Banks. I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
And then you let the obvious pick go to a division rival.
Right.
Yep.
The obvious pick. That's it. That is a player. That is a franchise player right there in Dylan Teneman. And you let him go to a division rival.
Sure.
I mean, that's sickening. That sickens me.
Yeah.
And we got to trade. We got to trade the Bills to trade it down.
Oh, no.
I am sorry, Ray.
Tell me we got
The
something.
Bills traded down. What's the trade here? The Bills have traded down with the Houston Texans.
My Lord, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say something, but I decided to keep my mouth shut. Ugh, that didn't work.
So that did not work. The Bills have traded down with the Houston Texans. I'll just force this trade
They
because
moved back 3 spots.
All
that's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
That's not terrible.
I don't know exactly
No,
what
really,
the comp are, but
it's
that's okay.
26-28.
Yeah, okay.
That's not.
So I'll force the trade because that's all it is right here for us, but for our purposes. But
For our purposes, yeah. Be interested to see what the full trade was.
yeah,
I don't honestly know yet.
interesting stuff. But
If Houston scoops up CJ Allen, oh boy.
Oh
But
boy.
here's the thing though. Do they really need a linebacker?
No,
Alan Rutledge. Wow.
Okay.
They'll
All right.
go with an interior offensive lineman out of Georgia Tech. It's a good pick, but it's also kind of a reach. I
That's
mean,
fine for us. Yeah.
two other prominent guards at that position.
Rutledge is good. It's not like he's a bad player. Good run blocker, good pass blocker. He kind of fits what they need for Houston, but to say good run blocker, I mean, for sure. But it's kind of a guy that you could have gotten in the day 2 situation. I don't think he was a day 1 guy. That's kind of a reach for
I
Houston
have
here.
details on the Buffalo Bills trade.
Go ahead and
The
hit
Bills have traded 26 and 91 to the Texans for 28, 63, and 167.
Wow, man, they gave you a haul for that.
I'll take it.
Good.
We will
Gracious. And now you
take
got a second round pick now out of that.
Yeah.
For a guard. Yeah, that's huge. That's a big move. Wow, to move down 2 selections for a guard that was just. I mean, I like Rutledge, but
Yeah.
You know something?
and the pick is in for the Miami Dolphins.
And
Wait.
This pick.
Wait, this is a move too. The Dolphins have traded up to pick number 27 because this was the Niners pick. So the Dolphins have traded up. So we gotta wiggle around here too, because we've got to trade up here as well.
yeah. So
Room here.
it's gone real wacky.
Yeah, it's gone ballistic real quick here now.
It's rapid fire.
Yeah. So for our purposes, I will do the trade here, but so I'm gonna move around.
It would be interesting.
Alrighty.
if the
I
ball-
actually have that. I have the trade details on that one for you.
You got the trade details, huh?
What do we got?
Yep.
Let's see. Was this the Niners, right?
Yep. Niners and Dolphins.
I think we might have already. This might have already been the one. Pick 27. Okay, pick 27. For the trading off pick 27 and pick 138 for pick 30 and pick 90. So really, the Dolphins only. I mean, the Niners only dropped back 3.
Yeah, and they didn't give up much.
No, they didn't give up.
But the question now is, who did they get? Who are they going to get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who did they pick?
these next 4 picks are all traded picks now. If you look at it, these are really the last 5 or 5 of the last 7 are traded picks. You got, I mean, the back half has gone ballistic here. So the Finns are picking at 27 here.
So obviously the Scotty's big board here is absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's gone to. I mean, it went to shit real early. I mean, to be honest with you, it really did.
Again, the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns. I mean, if the first 2 picks were correct, Jeremiah Love screwed it up. Carnell Tate, nope. Arvell Reese, nope. Mansour Delane, nope. Sonny Styles, nope. Jordan Tate, Dyson, nope. Spencer Fano, nope. Francis Mauigoa, nope. Caleb Downs, nope. Caden Proctor, nope. Nye Simpson, nope. Vega Ione, nope. Ruben Bain, no. Kenyon Sadiq, no. Blake Miller, no. Caleb Banks, no. Monroe Freeling, no. Micaiah Lemon, I only got 2 right. So I mean, like, that's how crazy this. I mean, that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, listen, this is one of those ones that it was wild. This has been a wild first round. I mean, I'm not mad in the least, other than at the Vikings draft pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way I'm mad right now is the Vikings picked a bad player.
And time will tell if the injury bug pops up for Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
Or who knows? Maybe their conditioning coach might figure out a way to make it right. But it's like this is, oh boy.
Yeah.
And then there's like what.
Yeah.
It's bad pick.
Yeah, it's a bad pick.
So, I mean, but this is, it's been, I think, Andrew, we stopped off in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania during one of our road trips.
Yeah, we did. While we were riding the Lake Erie Loop back in 2024, I believe.
Yep. And I believe it was in Pittsburgh where we went to one of the bridges, and I think there's a colony of bats that live under one of the bridges.
No, that was Austin, Texas.
Oh, Austin, Texas, right? That was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
But no, Pittsburgh is a great town.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go back.
Yeah, there was this bar, this dive bar that we went to that served fried bologna sandwiches over there.
Listen,
Interesting.
Listen, hey, don't knock the fried bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, don't.
I love me a solid fried bologna sandwich.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Even making one at home, dude. A solid lunch. Solid.
Apparently,
meal.
Vikings fans are not happy with the Caleb Banks pick.
Kidding.
At least they share your sentiment.
Yeah.
For once.
Well, last time I was told I needed to watch more tape, but I digress.
Johnson.
Waiting on that.
Wait a minute. Chris Johnson. Wow. To San Diego State, the corner. Wow. It doesn't surprise me a little bit.
Whoa.
Well, it doesn't surprise me a whole lot. It's a reach, but look at the coverage grade. 92.4 coverage grade. He's really good in man, really good in zone. I mean,
look at the comp on that. Tre'Davious White.
Yeah. It's not a terrible pick.
No, it's not.
I was wondering, he was kind of a wild card about when he was going to go. We had him going later in our mock because I didn't think a lot of people were looking at him.
No.
But it doesn't surprise me that he goes this early. Okay. Honestly, it's one of those guys where it's just like he could go really, really early or he could go really, really late. And this is just one of those instances where he ends up going really, really early, and it's just like, yeah, okay, it worked out. It happened to go that way.
Yeah.
Neither would have surprised me one bit.
Sure.
Neither one of them would have.
Is it just me, or do I see Dan Marino in that room?
That is Dan Marino in the back there, and Dan Marino obviously likes him a lot. Look, I'm not mad at this selection. It's a guy I think you could have maybe gotten on day 2.
Sure.
But Look, am I mad at it? You go up. Sometimes you just go into the draft and you get your guy.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
And hold up. Whoa, the Bills trade down again.
But I'm still not mad about this.
The Bills trade down again.
I'm not mad about this.
So they trade down with New England.
Oh yeah, and the Bills go 31 now.
And then they go to 31. Whoa,
that's it?
whoa.
Wow.
Ay, bro.
This kind of reminds me of the Bills have been notorious about
Yeah, they do it again. So now New England's on the clock at 28.
will the Buffalo Bills trade out of the first round?
The Bills, and they haven't though. They're sitting at 31.
Right, I know they are right now, but I'm telling you, that's what happened last year.
Yeah, they're collecting picks now at this stage. Bills, and their guy CJ Allen still on the board.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, Adam Schefter, I said what it was. Okay. So the Bills traded number 28 to New England in return for 31 and 125.
So they're gathering draft picks at this point.
pick.
I mean, the Bills have now
Not costing them a lot.
No.
No, you know what? Okay, all right, I'm with you.
All right.
So who do we got?
The 28th pick in the 2026 draft, the New England
It's fine.
Patriots select
I'm okay with it.
Caleb Lomu.
Okay,
So Caleb Lomu, a guy that again could have gone first round, could have gone second round. He's ranked 38.
you know, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it, but it's also sort of like, you maybe reached a little bit, but not a lot. I mean, it's okay. It's not horrible.
And
Your question is, was he going to go within three spots?
I don't think so.
That's really what
I
I
don't
would
think
be asking.
so.
Was he about to go in 3 spots?
No, and it's like the question becomes: was he going to go to the Chiefs?
Sure.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Was he going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs because the Chiefs lost Jawan Taylor? That would be the better question.
Yeah.
And was he actually going to go to the Chiefs? I don't think so.
Jawan Taylor, good riddance.
Yeah, good. He goes to Atlanta, right? So I mean, and they basically the Chiefs saved themselves about 150 yards of false starts and holding penalties, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, so then you look at the situation now. They go and get Caleb Lomu, who okay, cool, that's fine. You get your offensive tackle, and that means that there were better tackles out there. Yeah, I mean there were tackles out there. You could have gone on day 2. You could have gotten Tiernan. You could have gotten Jennings Dunker. You could have gotten Markel Bell. There were guys out there that you could have gotten. Jude Bowery was out there. Yeah, guys you could have gotten, right?
Yeah.
But you decided to go get Lomu. Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But that puts the Chiefs in a situation where it's like, all right, well, who are we going to go get? Keldrick Falk's out there. You need an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Go get Keldrick Falk. Go get Avion Terrell. You need to double up on corners anyway. The pick is in for the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, all right. I mean, would you be mad if the Chiefs doubled up at the corner position at this point, knowing that you lost all your corners?
No.
Double down. Avion Terrell's right there. Jamad McCoy's right.
Jamad McCoy's still sitting there.
Man, imagine if they walked out with Jamad McCoy right now. Oh God.
That's definitely a massive improvement.
Talk about a stacked corner group.
100%.
The rich get richer.
Yeah.
100%.
Talk about a stacked corner group. You walk out with Mansour Delane and Jamad McCoy.
Hey, where the heck is this kind of thinking, Minnesota? Come on. What are we doing here?
I'd love it. But instead you're going with Caleb Banks. Come on now. Come on now.
I seriously hope for your guys' sake that Caleb Banks stays healthy and turns out to be a decent player for you guys.
Vikings fans are pissed.
Yeah. I can see why they're pissed.
They're pissed. Vikings fans are pissed.
I totally understand why too.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's nonsensical.
Yeah.
You need
corners.
You need safeties.
How many times has this man gone on record and said the Minnesota Vikings need secondary help?
You need corners.
He's been saying it since 2018.
Yeah.
He's been saying it since 2021. Okay.
You need corners. You need safeties. And you're sitting here where you have nothing.
Yeah.
You have nothing. Harrison Smith is retired.
Yep.
Your other safety ain't it. You've got Byron Murphy and nobody else.
Yeah, it's old Mother Hubbard. Nobody's in the cupboard.
And you're going to tell me that, okay, as good of a defensive coordinator as Brian Flores is, because he's one of the best in football,
He is.
Sure.
you're just going to sit here and tell me, fuck it, Bry is going to go ahead and just blitz the hell out of people, and that'll make everything better.
No,
That's what's going to happen.
That's not quite how.
because guess what? You can only play with fire for so long, and it's going to burn you.
Well, Brian Flores is just going to bring his exotic blitzes over and over again, and it doesn't matter what corners are out there. He's just going to make everything easier for those corners. That's all it is. That's what we're going to do.
Well,
That's all Rob Brzezinski is thinking right here. And it's like, no, this was a bad selection.
Yeah.
This was a bad pick. And just like Lewis Seen was a bad pick. I call Lewis Seen a bad pick. He was a bad pick because he wasn't the best safety. You think about the guys and like these are those moments where you like hindsight is always 20/20, right?
Sure.
And you sit there and you look back and you go, man, this guy fell into our lap. That guy fell into our lap. This guy fell into our lap. And, to look back on the Lewis Seen draft and you go, wow, Trent McDuffie fell into our lap.
Yeah.
Wow, Kyle Hamilton fell into our lap.
Except
We got to start capitalizing on these.
you trade down with the Detroit Lions, a division rival.
Yep.
They go get Jamison Williams, and in return, you get Lewis Seen.
Lewis Seen. And then if you look at the other players that you got in that draft, you got Andrew Booth, who's constantly hurt. You get Brian Asamoah, who didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You wound up with all these players that, were just nothing.
Yeah, there's
There's Andy Reid with his Hawaiian shirts on.
What a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, always a Hawaiian
Never
shirt.
change, Andy.
No, never change.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
He's gonna go eat some nuggies. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean,
He's gonna eat some.
I'm surprised he's not even retired yet.
I appreciated Alex you doing the finger walk down to go get the nuggies. I appreciated that. But,
Say what you want about the State Farm commercials. At least they're fun.
funny. I appreciate that. But
we still have yet to see the State Farm Bowl between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers.
we got
But that's long past.
Yeah. We're beyond that now. And now Goodell making the selection. They took Mansour Delane. Let's see what they do here. Are they going to double down? Peter Woods, the defensive tackle. So they go interior defensive line. We know Chris Jones is getting a little long in the tooth. They go Peter Woods. A little surprised they didn't go Cade McDonald, but at the same time, Cade McDonald had himself a bad combine. A lot of teams were down on him. Peter Woods, his stock has been rising. Does not surprise me entirely that Peter Woods went here. I'm not mad at this.
No,
Sure. No, this isn't a bad pick at all.
No, I'm not mad at this.
I mean, and the Chiefs, to their credit, have been very, very savvy at the GM position.
Yeah.
Very
As we
savvy
said
with
before,
the-
they always do it. They do a good job of draft.
By the way, thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, guys. We're
joining
joining
us. We do thank you guys for joining us. Peter Woods, this isn't a bad selection. I'm not mad at this out of Clemson. Woods' stock has been rising all throughout the offseason. And he winds up going to the Kansas City Chiefs. This is, big win for them. They
good. Yep, good for him. Good for them.
They get a guy that's going to replace old Chris Jones up the middle there. Chris Jones getting older. I mean, it was no surprise here. They do need an edge rusher. They'll get that later. They need another DB. They'll probably get that later. I mean, the Chiefs, their next pick, I don't know when their next pick is. I know it's early though. If you recall, they were picking at 9. So, their next pick is the 9th pick in the second round. So imagine that. Imagine if they walk out with Avion Terrell.
Oh wow!
Oh wow, man,
you still walk out of here with Avion Terrell, given the circumstances. The fact that Jermod McCoy is still on the board right now is just crazy talk.
Trade.
Whoa, the Jets have come up to pick 30. Whoa, and the pick is in. Let's hit that chime. Thank you, Andy. And the Jets have come up to pick 30.
We don't even have a first round pick.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Goodness gracious. So the Niners have traded out of the first round with the New York Jets.
The Jets have taken pick 30, and San Francisco has picked 33 in the second round and pick 179 in the 5th round.
Wow. Okay. I can't even select the Jets right now. Oh, yeah, I can. There we go. So pick 33, and what was it?
They've gotten pick 33 and pick 179.
179.
That's what
Okay.
San Fran just got.
Okay. Here we go. Goodness gracious. So the Jets are here and the pick is in.
So the Niners don't get to pick in the first round.
Jermod McCoy right here. This would not surprise me if this was a corner for the New York Jets. This means the Jets have had 3 picks in the first round.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Tight end, edge, and maybe go corner here. This would make a lot of sense.
it would make a ton of sense because you don't have Sauce Gardner anymore in your backfield.
Yep.
So no, you don't.
All right, so what do we got here? Jet selection here. We got Omar
Cooper Jr. Wow.
Oh,
Holy
boy.
smoke.
And they get the compliment to Garrett Wilson.
Ooh,
Ay, ay,
boy.
ay.
Man.
You know what, dude?
That's a pick.
Man.
I have questions.
I have questions because they don't have a quarterback.
No,
You've got 3 pass catchers and no quarterback.
Yeah.
right.
Are you going Carson Beck? Are you going, with Aller? Are you going with Nussmeier? I mean, are you going to go quarterback?
They have pick number 1 in the second round.
Not anymore. They just traded it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
hello.
Yeah, they just traded it. So now what?
now what?
Now what? I mean, they do have a pick in the second round, as you can see. I mean, they're back here, but I mean, now what? This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me now. I don't know what the hell the Jets are going to do now. The Jets, let's see, their next pick is pick 44, and that's from Dallas. So I mean,
Wow.
I mean, do they feel like Carson Beck is going to be available? Do you feel like Garrett Nussmeier is going to be available? I mean, you're picking up. So now you have Garrett Wilson already. You have Kenyon Sadiq, right? You picked up the edge rusher. You still need a corner.
Yep.
Are you building your offense? Are you building your defense? What are we doing here?
You have to be gambling on the fact that Carson Beck goes.
Crazy ass touchdown in the way. Holy.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did pull that off. But yeah, I mean, the Jets historically have had, a good have had good defenses in the
Yeah.
past. So, maybe that's what they're doing. But, then if you're going to do defense, why don't you go get Jerron McCoy?
It just doesn't make sense. Jermod McCoy's still on the board.
He's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Well, if Buffalo can pick him up right
I'll
now,
be very happy. Actually,
Oh
honestly,
my God.
the next 4, stop
No.
it.
the Buffalo Bills have once again traded
Now
outside
I
of the
don't
first
like it.
Now the Bills have traded down again.
You have to be kidding me.
Again, with the Tennessee Titans, the Bills have traded out.
What is happening? What are you doing?
So now they've traded to pick number 35.
Oh, okay.
All right. Still, I mean, it's like,
Already.
And what did the Bills get in return here? I mean, that's
wow.
the question.
They already got Carnell Tate.
The pick is in.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that yet.
I'm sure.
They traded down to the 3rd pick in the second round.
It was
Well, yeah, but they had to get other compensation for it. I'll
The other conversation.
I'll force the trade for it anyway.
for
But yeah, the Buffalo Bills have traded out of the first round now. Tennessee's at 31.
This has been the modus operandi for Buffalo for the past several
Yeah,
years.
trading out of the first round. We're at pick 31. We got 2 picks left in the first round, and
What is happening?
it's the Twilight Zone at this stage, Alex. That's
It doesn't make
I don't even know what's happening.
yeah, this is nuts,
make it make sense.
and none of it does.
None of it.
Like Josh Allen can't do everything. When are you guys gonna get it through your thick skulls?
They said they're fine, apparently.
Well, and now Tennessee they get an interesting situation. They passed on the running back, right? They took the wide receiver that they didn't need,
Right.
and now are you gonna go guard? You gonna go center? You gonna go after the edge rusher? I mean, like you need something. Keldrick Falk's still on the board. I can't believe Keldrick Falk's still there. I can't believe CJ Allen's still. I can't believe Jermod McCoy's still there. I can't believe that some of the players I'm looking at getting ready to go into the second round of this draft. I'm flabbergasted.
I mean, if they reach at this point, then bye-bye.
Take Keldrick Falk right here and fix your edge rusher.
For God's sake.
Or CJ Allen, either one. Take a team need for Christ's sake. I mean, something.
Yeah.
something.
Man.
Oh, man. I mean, you have a golden opportunity here.
Uh-huh.
Don't screw this up now.
God,
Here we go.
I'm sick.
You traded up, for Christ's sake. I mean, make the move. The Titans pick,
You set a record for the first night of the draft.
God, 320,000 people.
Oh,
Wow.
Holy
Goodness gracious.
Wow, that's impressive.
Holy smokes, Winkle.
How do you fit that many people into one space?
I can make so many jokes about my ex. Keldrick Falk goes off the board.
There we go. There
That's
we go.
I would have really liked it if we could have.
Yeah, Keldrick Falk goes off the board. That's the right pick. They
Yeah.
make the move. They fix the edge rusher spot. Yeah, I had 320,000 people. I could make so many jokes about my ex, Alex. Just don't.
Alrighty, we have. I have details for you.
Oh boy, what's the details
All right,
here?
the Bills received the 35th pick, the 66th pick, and the 101st pick.
Mhm.
The Titans get the 31st, the 69th, and the 165th.
Okay, so the Bills
They're
they
just moving up.
Yeah,
they're
they-
sliding up. They didn't get more, but they've slid.
split up in the situation. Other than that early
Except that
selection.
first one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So okay,
So they've slid back another 4.
but then they get so they've
But they slid
collected
the other 2.
Yeah, they've collected picks really. I mean, and every time they've traded back, they've collected a lot of draft capital here.
Yeah.
At this point, you need to start making picks. Don't be trading
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Now you can't make any more trade backs
No,
at this
no,
stage. I mean, this has been like, somebody fucking around with the Pro Football Focus, mock draft simulator at this point. Like we are.
Which basically, that's that's how I think the Vikings GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah got the
Yeah.
sack.
Yeah.
He was focused more on numbers than doing the eye test.
How many picks do we have starting, and how many are we going to end with? I'm curious.
You had in the first 3 rounds, you had 2. Now it seems like you have like 5 in the first 3 rounds, which is insanity. I'm like, oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
a lot of trade backs, a lot of work being done there by the old Buffalo Bills. And the last pick of the first round, look, if this isn't a running back, I'll be surprised. Edge rusher still on the board. The Seahawks need a DB. Oh my gosh, Jermod McCoy is still sitting there for the Seahawks.
Actually, the Seahawks.
The rich
get rich.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Jermod McCoy is sitting there.
because
He lost Tariq Woolen.
Yep.
And Jermod McCoy is sitting on the board.
It just makes sense.
Oh my God. It makes too much sense.
It just makes sense.
it makes too much sense. That begs the question: are they smart enough?
Does Seattle typically make bad decisions like that?
No, they don't.
No, but I look, this has been a wacky draft.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been
It's been so wacky.
Are they just intentionally trying to just throw us all off the scent?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Hey, we'll show you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, great, but have fun. Adjusting to your team needs, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It's just insanity.
It's like a March Madness bracket.
It is.
Just brackets
is.
just busted in the first like hour.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, High Point University. Who would have thought that High Point would have beat Wisconsin? I mean, are you serious? Holy smoke!
Yeah.
Chaos.
But I digress.
This whole situation right now with Seattle, it makes too much sense. Keldrick Falk goes off the board now. I mean, it's either Jermod McCoy or Cassius Howell. I mean, I had him taking Jadarian Price at the end of the first round.
Yeah.
Because they need a running back, right?
Sure.
You're in a situation where you need a running back, and that's fine. But at this stage, do you take the running back? Probably not.
Probably
I mean,
not.
you have Jermod McCoy sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too easy. This is a layup.
Yeah.
At this point, taking Jermod McCoy is just
It's a layup. This is it. This is the pick. I mean, I don't know if there's any other selection. I mean, you don't make any other pick at this point. You lost Tariq Woolen. You lost your CB2, and he went. I think he actually went to Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the logical choice. This is the guy you take and you fix your corner situation and move forward. The pick is in for the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you for that, Steel Twins, Andy. Appreciate you.
You got it, buddy.
And Andy, thank you for joining us. We are, I mean, on our last pick of day one, folks. I appreciate everybody joining us. This is our first time doing a reaction episode like this, and it's been
Thanks for hanging around with us too.
yeah. Thanks for hanging in.
Back on the real one.
Yeah, no, everybody hanging in, joining us. This has been cool. This has been an
It's
experience.
about to make me angry.
Yeah, oh, this is. Watch them go and be like Emmanuel Pregnon. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, why'd you take a guard? You know, like it's gonna be like something dumb.
Allen.
Yeah, like, oh, you really want Allen.
I would.
You really want Allen. I know you do too. But I mean, if they were smart to me, they would just take McCoy. I mean, it just makes the most sense. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've been saying the player that makes the most sense all night, and teams have been taking the opposite. I just
at the position. Why wouldn't you?
yeah, especially when it's a position of need. Why is this guy going ballistic? Yeah, Roger Goodell was like, "Hey, calm down, buddy.
Hey, kid.
Hey, kid. Chill out." But
It's pretty.
yeah, and that's the other thing. You got Charbonnet coming off the knee injury, so you got that whole situation going on, and you got to get Jadarian Price. That's the whole reason why I thought Jadarian Price would be going at 32 here. It would make sense, but do you want to do that?
Election time. Who is it going to be?
Yeah,
Who do we got?
Oh, we got to make a wish guy.
Another Make a Wish kid.
Which hey,
Yeah.
hey, more power to you.
Yeah. Shout out to
rock
you,
and
man.
roll.
Brain tumor. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
there you go. Good for him.
Hey, keep fighting, brother.
If you
Two-time cancer survivor. Hey,
Fucking hell.
all right, yeah,
Oh,
brother. Good for you. No wonder you're hyped. God damn. Like, I wonder why he was so hyped. No shit.
Cancer. Speaking of cancer,
Yeah.
my brother, the Cannonball Alex Steele, will be celebrating his 4-year anniversary
Yeah.
of his cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, I'm so glad you survived that, by the way. Oh, God.
I mean, it's classic Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's not a brain tumor, but it's still.
so what?
I'm still happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're good.
This guy's hyped.
Yeah, dude, no wonder he's fucking hyped. He was so
Red
hyped.
face. Let's go.
Red-faced, ready to fucking go, dude. Like,
Brain tumor. Come on now.
I'm like Goodell's telling him to fucking calm down, and then I'm just like, dude, you can't calm that guy down, and for good fucking reason. And there's every reason.
Down, Goodell.
I need to calm the fuck down. That's what I need to like.
Here we
Damn.
go.
Jadarian Price.
Yeah, Darian Price was. So I was right with that pick originally on my fucking big board. Oh, Price goes off the board.
This is our
That's a smart pick.
Kenneth Walker replacement.
Yeah, that's well. Not only that, I mean, Charbonnet's hurt. I mean, it's
It's a smart pick.
yeah.
Yes, I mean Jamar McCoy is still on the board.
Yeah,
It's crazy these
crazy. I mean, and I understand why, because there's an injury concern there, because the ACL tear and whatever the case. But I mean, still, to me, McCoy's the guy. I mean, so the first round is over with. Jadarian Price, the final selection of the first round. A little surprising given the selections that are there, given the guys that are there, but it means that round 2 is going to be exciting tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We're going to wind up heading out tomorrow. If you do see us out in Traverse City tomorrow, we're going to be out and about. We're going to be having ourselves a good old time. We're going to be going to Loco Boys tomorrow. Very excited. If you check us out at Loco Boys Brewing, we're going to be grabbing some tacos. We're grabbing some salsa. We're going to be going out having some brews. We're going to be out at Silver Spruce Brewing. We're going to be having some brews out there. So if you guys get a chance, check in with us. Let's have a good time. Let's have some brews. Let's have some fun. Man, I love this. This is our first time ever going live for the first round of the NFL draft. We had a lot of people joining us on here. We had people coming in and out of the live stream. It is our first time up here, Steel Twins Gaming Studio. We got to do this thing live. We're going to do this every year moving forward. Round 1,
Yeah,
we're gonna be rocking and rolling it.
We're doing yet another yearly tradition.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, it was the yearly tradition of the NFL Combine. We're still going to be doing that. Now, night 1 of the draft, we are going to be live and in public on all of our platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, and X.
Exciting.
It's one of these,
Exciting stuff.
and it's one of these reasons I wish I would always get these weeks off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's nice, folks, is with this whole situation, us being up here, not only did we go live for the first time for the NFL draft, for the first round of the NFL draft, but we are now live on YouTube. As of tonight, we are now live on YouTube. So that is a first as well. So you guys get to join us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is live and large and in charge. So I hope everybody gets to join us on there.
And we also we get to build his archives too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be building our archives. It's our archives. I mean, we're the Outside Blitz, so I mean, we get to do that. Our channel is gonna be growing.
Yep.
We're gonna be building this thing. Every single week we will be here live. We're gonna be here on Kick, on Twitch, on YouTube. We're gonna be here on X. We're gonna be here on Facebook. And then anytime you guys, if you miss an episode with us live, those episodes are also going to be over there. If you want to listen to us, you can listen to us on SoundCloud. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us on Odyssey. You can listen to us on Spotify. So there's plenty of opportunity there for you guys to check us out, check out our episodes and check us out. The Outside Blitz is going to be everywhere. We were going to grow this podcast. You guys will be joining us as much as humanly possible, as much as you want to.
Yeah, you know what? The next goal is our first live show.
Yeah, we're going to set up a live show here. That's another thing. We want to set up a live show, and get some people into the fold here. Have people join us live.
Perhaps during combine weekend next year.
Yep.
Who knows?
We might do a live first round draft. Find a nice bar in town, set up a spot, get folks to come up and join us for the first round of the NFL draft. I would love that.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah, have folks join us for round 1 of the NFL draft. Get something out loud where people can join up, or maybe a live mic. We can do stuff like that. It's time for the Outside Blitz to continue growing. So round 1 of the NFL draft is in the books, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yep. And to Mr. Rob Jolie and the Jolie family, we are still on Jolie watch.
Yes, sir.
Because realistically, we here at the Outside Blitz, we're just going to come out and say that, Justin might be a second round guy or a third round guy, but we would not be surprised if Justin Jolie was a day 2 guy.
And as far as I'm concerned, look, as far as we're concerned on this podcast, to us, he's a first round guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as we're concerned on this podcast, he's a first round guy. But, if we see him go tomorrow, we're going to be super excited. You're going to be hearing from us. We're going to be super fucking excited to be talking about him. We're going to be talking about him, and we're going to be celebrating him. So I hope you're excited. I know you're excited out there. We're going to be on Jolie watch as we've been, we've deemed it on this podcast. We've deemed it Jolie watch. So we're going to be on that all weekend long. So folks, we're going to take off here. We're going to be signing off, but I want to thank you all for joining us. Before we get out of here, we're going to give a shout out to It's Your Time Massage. Amanda's a wonderful massage therapist in the Metro Detroit area. She does excellent work. If you're looking for a massage, you got to check out It's Your Time Massage. You can find her at iytmassage.com, or you can find her at It's Your Time Massage LLC on Facebook. She does Swedish and deep tissue massages. You can get yourself a massage. You can get a Swedish deep tissue massage, or you can get yourself some muscle scraping. You can get cupping done. You can get red light therapy. You can get foot sugar scrubs. The works. You want a little bit of the CBD oil. You can get some of that for a little bit extra. You got to check it out. iytmassage.com, or you can check out It's Your Time Massage LLC on Facebook. You can schedule yourself an appointment. Folks, remember, it's your time. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the hell out of here. But to stay tuned for day 2 of the NFL draft, folks. We're going to be doing our next week. We're going to be doing our reaction episodes. So we're going to have that, all the reaction episode to all the rest of the draft stuff going on. But I want to thank everybody for joining us for our very first live draft episode. This is a monumental one for us. This is exciting. We're going to post this thing on all of our different medias. And I just want to tell you all, I appreciate every one of you. So thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time right here on the Outside Blitz.
I bet you watch us again.
And with that, we're gone.